thing is, if you want to buy it, you got to buy all of it. And I was like, what do you mean all of it? And he was like, well, all of it is what you're looking at now is not even half. So I was like, what do you mean? And he took me up to the top of it and showed me from like the highest point in the area. It was like all that land that you can like put your eyes on now, that would be yours. And it was 110 acres of land.
Making lots of money from YouTube was so frowned upon because you were supposed to be doing it for the love of the game.
You was frowned upon if you had an editor. What was it? World's fastest noob.
World's fastest noob.
But it was fake.
Hutch called it out, didn't he?
Yes.
Dude, Hutch. Even Hutch.
How did they clock it was fake? Because I remember this.
So here is a crazy bit of lore for you all.
Ladies and gentlemen, the brand new 165 core collection, which you've all been waiting for, has finally dropped. We've restocked the green hoodie, which I'm wearing now. It sold out last time. We've restocked that. We've got the black hoodie, which is a personal favorite of mine. We've got the gray hoodie, which the ladies might love. We have the black knit jumper, which is very premium look, very premium finish. We've also got a limited edition card holder. There's not many of them, so if you want to get one of them, you got to be quick. And yeah, the date you need to order by for guaranteed UK Christmas delivery is the 18th of December. So you actually got to be pretty quick. You've only got a couple of days left. So the link is in the description. Get your hands on a new core collection, 165th floor.co.uk. Be quick.
Welcome back. It's a fellas episode, and my God, it is a mighty fine episode, I must say. Chip is body popping. Is that what they call it?
Yep, am I doing it well?
You know who is actually weirdly good at that? Simon. Everyone needs to just go and tweet him and say, can you do a video of you body popping? He's weirdly good at it. You, on the other hand, you look like you have...
just like humping with your chest, really.
I can't say the name of the disability, but I'm sure people will comment and let you know.
Disability to get bread.
Let's go. Anyway, speaking about an ability to make bread, we have got one of the OG YouTubers, but it must be said, it almost feels like a bit of an insult calling somebody an OG YouTuber because it's there like, oh yeah, back in the day. But this guy's still up.
He's like Nike in the YouTube world.
Right? Elaborate.
He was there back in the day. And he's still here now.
Still popping. Although I will say Nike shares are a little down right now.
But they're still up.
It's Tom Syndicate! Come on in.
Like Nike.
Yeah, that's a good one, no?
That's pretty sick.
That's a good one. Thanks for coming on, brother.
Like we haven't seen each other already, but... thanks for having me.
Mate,
that was a nice intro, lads.
I always think if people are just sat there thinking these guys won't shut the fuck up and bring me down.
Did you like pre-plan that? Or was that like
no? We just
raw dog it.
Raw dog.
Oh wow, that kind of podcast right there. Is this my cam? Is this where I look for?
That's your special camera.
Yeah,
that camera there that Stanley's on. That's the roaming one, so he'll catch the moments.
Yeah, that's
this is. I know, like we're only just diving into this, but I've not done a podcast in like absolute years, and this is through the roof. This is insane.
Yeah,
production, the quality, the setup, the everything.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for having me on.
No, I appreciate it. You know what? I respect that you rocked up in the OG Yeezys as well.
How old are these? I don't really do.
I'm not sure.
Well, listen, I'm not rolling up in DCs like back in the day.
No.
I've seen the clip.
No.
KSI called me out, be like, Syndicate wearing DCs and bootcut jeans and something. I'm like, I just wear shoes to wear shoes. I don't really care about the fashion of it.
DCs were a classic.
Proddy, pull this one up. This is one of my favorite ever Syndicate photos, right?
You actually gonna pull this
No, it's not DCs. Put Yeezy boot cuts. Right? It's when you first got a pair of Yeezys.
Bro, what is this? A podcast or a roast session? What's going on? I've just got. Wait.
Nah,
is there a picture?
Syndicate, Tom Syndicate, maybe.
Any of those boot cut images could be me.
It might be. No, there it is. Third one.
Knew.
That one.
He low-key.
Feels weird not to be wearing my DCs, but these are comfy.
That ain't me, surely.
I think that is you.
Wait, you look.
Easy, see?
The boot cuts.
I would like to just say this right now.
You got that shit on.
Caught in 4K. Yeah. Look at the comments roasting me. I've literally just come on just to say hi. I've traveled 6 hours to get here. And they're roasting me, but finally, after years,
you're looking good, brother.
I'm finally wearing...
Slim or whatever.
Yeah.
Skinny jeans. No, you're looking good, man.
They're working. You're rocking them.
How's
inspired by you, by the way.
Oh,
I know like you have a thing to get through, but man, this guy in fitness. Sorry, you were a big inspiration for like staying on it.
Let's go, bro. I love that. Chip's are gonna run a marathon next year.
Are you?
Are you on your fitness grind right now as well? Then.
Oh yeah.
What are you smashing out?
Not having man boobs.
Are you gym or running?
Yeah. Gym twice a week. Was 3 times a week. Eating healthy. Just trying to be a bit of a healthier human being. Like I'm a dad now. I know it's diving in at the deep end, but like I'm a dad now, and kind of got to a point where I was like, my boy, and he was like, huh, yeah, let's have a look at the nipples that's going on, Dad. And I was like, whoa, okay then.
What did he mistake your breast?
He looked at me one day and was like, I think he just woke up and was like, hey, is that for me? I was like, oh God, man, this is whoa!
Whoa! Mate, what a transformation.
What are those? Like, dude, what are those?
Mate, that's a well impressive that.
You look like a bit like Tom Holland or something on the right there.
I'll take that.
That is...
Tom Holland's not falling off on the left looking like that right now.
Do you just go to the... It sounds kind of stupid, but do you have a PT? Do you do it yourself? What's the vibe?
Au naturel PT twice a week. It was 3 times a week because I worked out like Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays, and just eating healthy.
Is the PT coming to your house?
No. I just go down the road from me. Shout out to Charlotte, my PT. She's absolutely amazing. Kicks my ass. Whatever she tells me to do, I get it done. Unfortunately, a few injuries recently, so not so much looking like that one because I just like shoulder.
Interesting that you say that. So you actually only would, because I think this is good to hear as well. Did you say you only go to the gym? You would only go to the gym 3 times a week?
Yeah. Yep.
See, people always think that in order to get into good nick, you got to live in the gym.
Diet. Absolute diet, yeah. Absolute diet. Like that on the right hand side's like 200 grams of protein a day. That was a struggle to get to like that. Like, don't get me wrong, I am by no means definition the peak man of muscle.
You're in good nick,
all that sort of stuff, but I felt like I looked pretty good there. And that's probably the best I've looked, and I really like that. So
nah, you look it was just quality good. There.
I appreciate that. You even messaged me, man, and I was like, I appreciated that because when you just feel bit uncomfortable with your body.
You got a glow about
just like it's nice to feel good. Like when I was like with vlogging and filming or whatever, I'd never film with the top off, but now I'm like, I don't really care. I feel like if you live a bit of healthier lifestyle, it's a good example to lead to my kid.
That's nice.
You know what I want to talk about is because I feel like
are you still staring at me?
I want to get
I'm still looking
he's just over here like that's real nice. Yeah, I like what I'm seeing over there.
Is the fact that so you were actually one of the very first YouTubers to go out there and buy yourself a sweet gaff. In the UK, this is.
Yeah.
Like, you were one of the original guys, and I remember because you built it.
Yeah, built
that
built
crazy.
it. And I remember watching it.
I remember when the reason I'm building a gaff, I was like, what?
Like, no way. And then I remember the bit that I realized it was going to be a mental gaff, and it became like very inspirational, was the bit where he went, oh yeah, there's going to be a pool here. I'm like, I started going like, how much money did it actually make? Like, this is insane, like a fucking pool. And then from there, you've just kind of, you've like bought the next door house, or I remember seeing that.
Yeah, the house next door. Yeah.
What have you done with that gaff?
Oh, so the house next door was like an investment. Like the building that I bought, where my house is now. Yeah, we bought a house. We were like, this is when YouTube was first starting. It was like I was either going to buy an apartment or small house, and then as YouTube kept going, I bought my house, and I was like, right, we'll just put a lick of paint on it and do it up. But then the money kept coming in, so my dad was a builder, like property developer, and was like, yeah, we can do something better with this. And then it kind of just scaled. And then, like you said, swimming pool. I was in America at one of my friend's houses, and I was like, man, there's a swimming pool in the house. I was like, that'd be pretty cool if we could do that in the UK. It's not really a common thing from like where I live, terrace house or whatever. And I was like, Dad, can we put a swimming pool in? He was like, I can get a quote. Got a quote, and I was like, right, let's put it in.
Can I ask what the quote was?
Yeah.
Because they're expensive, these things.
I would highly recommend do not put a swimming pool in your house. If you want the best, like, I've had it like 10 years now, but best 8 years of my life partying, house parties there, incredible, like just so worth the money for that period of time. But now the latter end of the 10 years, costly. So about 150 grand.
Whoa.
Throw a swimming pool into the house. Yeah.
But it's the maintenance, isn't it? That is a bastard.
Yeah, the running cost of it, all that sort of stuff. It comes part and parcel of it, but not to be like old man now, I'm 30, but yeah, man, the cost of like the bills and everything like going up. If you're trying to live like just a pretty casual lifestyle and you want to keep your overheads down, don't get a swimming pool. Breaks, leave, running costs.
Because Vic's got a really nice pool. His is outdoors, which is even, well, I don't know if it's even more insane, but I remember him telling me the bill to heat that thing.
I was just about to say outdoor heat. If it's an outdoor heated pool, oof.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who you are. Like, it's nice to have a nice thing, but if you feel like I feel like you just feel like you're wasting money. You can have all the money in the world, but it's like, it just feels like such an unnecessary cost for something like that.
It's a pool though.
It's a pool though, yeah, it's cool. But now I'm old. It's like I've had my fun out of it. Like the crazy parties, I've had like 50 people in there at one point. Just time of our lives.
Yeah,
so much fun. And then it's like now I'm kind of not using it as much, but when my little dude grows up, he'll like be able to go and have his friends
he's gonna
round,
love it.
swimming pool parties and stuff like that. Summer, it'd be
So you plan on keeping this house then?
For-
or what's the...
Yeah,
Because you, like you said, you've had it
duration.
for like 10 years.
Yeah, so I've had the house for 10 years and I planned all this stuff to like do it up and work moving forward. And the house next door became available next door. And I wasn't too 100% interested in it, but where I lived, I was the first person on the road to do up the house. And then more and more people on the road started doing it. So the value went up. Then the house next door to me became available. And I was like, that's a good business opportunity. So I was going to turn it into like the most ultimate man cave studio, basement in the ground, like 12 man, like if I wanted a 12-man land set up in there, we were going to put a bowling alley in the garden. Like, we were going to do everything. I was like, I'm going to go all in the ultimate man cave house next door. Family home where I live, man cave next door. But the only reason I was going like above and beyond with this is because I was always chasing a dream that it was just always out of reach. Even for 10 years of building the house and all that, there was always like one dream that I wanted to achieve and I couldn't. And then as of recently, I've managed to...
So when you're referring to this dream, you're referring to this like farmland?
Yes.
Right, which is like the big thing. Anybody that watches your vlogs, you can't have missed it. It's been your entire personality for like the last...
Farm.
Yeah. So explain, what is it that you've bought here? Because it's actually... I watched the vlog, so I'm clued up, but I'm aware there'll be some listeners that aren't.
Yeah, so... As much as like buying this house was a cool investment, for literally 10 years, there's a huge field on the back of me. I reached out to the farmers like, hey, can I buy this field off you? Because I just want to be able to like, I'm going to ride a motorbike around it. I want to ride a quad bike. I want to camp in it. I want to do whatever I want to do. Like, let me buy it off you. And they were like, no, we're going to end up building houses here eventually. It's going to be a bit of a shame, but I get it. It's a business move. So I was always looking for farms here, there, everywhere, where it was 5 acres, 10 acres, 20 acres, just something like that, just for me to be able to do what I want, where I want. And then did I meet you were you in the hide and seek in the stadium?
Yes. Yes.
So at that time, it kind of just came about that really random from me after, and I'm genuinely serious, like 10 years after hunting, like looking at land in Wales and past Oldham.
Oh, you were looking everywhere.
All these places to a point where I was like, I will be if I found the perfect farm, I would move like 3 hours away to just go and have space to do what I want, where I want. No prying eyes on you, no one will be able to tell you what to do. And just like out of just chance one day, me and my dad were on a walk. Dad saw some guy at this like gate that I've never even noticed in my area. I'm talking 30 seconds from my house. And this guy was like, yeah, there's a farm here. Never knew it was there. I've lived here 31 years. Took me down, it showed it me, and I was like, this is insane. And I was like, is it for sale? And he said, no, an old lady owns it, but she's not doing anything with it. But she's looking to like kind of pass it down to the next generation of someone who's like got a family and going to do something cool with a farm. Showed me around it and I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. Like few fields, some buildings to like do up and everything like that. I was like, how big is it? And he showed me like this massive portion of land. It was like 50 acres. And I was like, 50 acres? Like, 50 acres is more than I could ever dream of. And I'm not joking, it's like 30 seconds from my front door. I was like, wow, like drive, it's so close. And then as he was like, yeah, 50 acres, I was like, this is amazing. Like if I can make it happen, let's make it happen. He was like, thing is, if you want to buy it, you got to buy all of it. And I was like, what do you mean all of it? And he was like, well, all of it is what you're looking at now is not even half. So I was like, what do you mean? And he took me up to the top of it and showed me from like the highest point in the area. It was like all that land that you can like put your eyes on now, that would be yours. And it was 110 acres of land.
Whoa.
So yeah, 110 acres of land with like
so what's the 50 bit? Sorry.
That was just what you could see.
That was just on one side. And then he took me to the other place to see the other half.
Oh shit. And he said it was an all or nothing.
Oh yeah, and it was, so I was like, wow, 50 acres is like a bit more
than I would have wanted.
I didn't even want to take on from like a managing perspective. And then it was like, okay, if you want to do it, you have to do it. I was thinking about 50 acres. I was like, we can make that work. And he was like, no, you have to buy all of it if you even want any of it. I was like, oh my gosh. So that was like really stretching it to think, is this even possible? And just throughout the duration of time of like 30 months, like bless the lovely lady, she's unfortunately not with us anymore because during the sale process, she just wasn't well, went into hospital, ended up passing away. She left it in a will not to sell it to developers because like developers were hunting down, like offering to pay twice as much as I was doing just to build houses on it. Wow. And she basically left it in the responsibility of like the management and the will to continue to sell it to me. So like
that is sick. Oh, bless her.
10 years looking for this thing and then didn't even get to meet her. This opportunity arose and rather than it just falling apart, she left it like in the world to make sure it happened.
You know what? You know what you should do is you should build either something or create something there in her memory on the farm, or like name the building after her or something.
Yeah. Well, I think we've got like their old family tractor that was like left in there as part of it. Yeah, we call it like Dorothy.
What's like the first plans then? What are you gonna do with that much
So wait, do you
land?
have 100 acres of land?
Yeah, 110 acres of land.
Where do you even start,
What the fuck do you do?
It's mad because right now we're like going into like wet winter season, so it's like you don't want to just wreck it all. But when it's summer, you guys have got like an open invitation to just come and have the most fun.
Have you walked to the other end of it yet?
I've not even. It's like 11 miles of boundary to walk around.
Oh my god!
So it's pretty intense. But yeah, you go over a private railway track. Private bridge over a railway track, which is lovely. Then it goes over a canal, which is absolutely lovely. There's like not a single public footpath through it, so it's all completely private.
So
like
you own a bridge?
At the bottom, 2.
That's so fucking good.
Yeah, so it's insane. Like honestly, like blessed to. Like, I've literally chased a dream, and like again, without people ever watching the videos back in the day or anything like this, it just would never have been possible.
Well, congrats, brother, because that is good. I can't believe you're on a fucking bridge.
Bro, just wants a bridge. Two bridges.
Fuck.
So he's asked there, like, the plan with it. You mentioned you want to like ride quad bikes around. Are you going to build like a dirt bike track in there? Like, what are you doing, man?
Let me pitch the life of Tom Dream.
Okay, I need to know what this is.
Yeah, because like everyone knows me as like Syndicate. That's the thing. It's like people know me as like Syndicate from the OG gaming days, but there's now so many new people who come up to me and go, like, if they call me Tom, then they know me from the vlogs, and if they call me Syndicate, they know me from the OG days. Yeah. So it's like now, like the audience demographic has just completely changed as to who watches. Like on a night out the other night, and some like 50-year-old guy was like, I love your videos. And I was like, you're only saying that because you saw me speaking to guys. He was like, no, look. And he scrolled through his like YouTube thing. He was like, I watch all of them. Ever since you bought the farm, I'm like tuned in.
Locked in.
Love what you're up to. And like the plan was like, I just wanted 10 acres to be able to quad bike, dirt bike, put a V8 in a Defender or a 125 engine in a bathtub, off-road tires at suspension, and just rag it round and have a fun track on it. But then it's like scaled to this thing that I've taken on board so much responsibility with this land. And it's like, it's literally been the best thing, such a word apart from like my friends and family, it's like that's ever happened to me. It's brought me, all my family, my partner, everyone just so much closer together because it's literally the land that is around all of us. So rather than me traveling off an hour this way, an hour that way to get to it, we all just meet there. It's like, do whatever we want on the land. We camp on the land. We had Joe Sugg, he came up camping, driving around in our Defenders, off-roading like safari and style. Like I'm going to do like racetracks on there as to like invite you guys up and set the fastest lap, whether it's in the bathtub with an engine we've got in it, whether it's going to be in a motorbike, a quad bike or whatever. So like good. It's literally, I can know you guys love racing, don't you? Like,
Chip's big into it. Senor Frogs, the big dog. Mate, I was going to say, bro, you got to do your own thing and then host the yearly Grand Prix at your fucking farm.
We want to call it Lawn Mons. Oh my God. So Lawn Mons, and like, so we're going to get like kitted out like tractors, but they'll be like really rapid tractors. We're going to have some sick tracks laid out and stuff like that. And we're going to host like the Lawn Mons.
That is so good.
Yeah, it was like the idea was just stupid fun of like vehicles, like having a laugh and everything like that. But then it just was like this thing of when you buy land, there's usually like things in it where it's like, well, if you make any value in the land, then they want 25% of the value every year. It's called an overage. They want 55% of like, so say you bought land, say it cost you £100,000 for buy the land, and you made it more valuable by 25%. They'll do a review every year and go, it's gone up by 25%. We want an extra 25 grand. It's crazy rules. Yeah.
So who gets that money? Sorry, who gets that money?
It would be like whoever the beneficiary is of who sold the land.
Okay, but she didn't do that?
Say if she sold me the land and she put that in it, she could then receive 25% of it every year. It can be stipulated really differently. Like it could just be a one-time payment or it could be a yearly payment or whatever it is. And she left it all 110 acres, and this is like unheard of, with no overages in it. So I can do like what I want with it to like my heart's content.
Boost the value, whatever you think.
Yeah, wow. But boost the value of it. And yeah, she literally left this land to sale for me. There's a house on it. Like a bunch of barns, like loads of outbuildings and stuff like that. And it just became this thing of like, rather than it just being this opportunity of, oh, let's drive around in circles and have fun. It was like, oh wow, there's actually a property here, and I can like knock down the property, use the footprint of, this is going to sound a bit weird, but say that's your house and these are all the outside buildings. You can like knock these down and like congregate the amount of size of it to make one bigger house. So the plan is to take all this down, do all that, make it 30% bigger, and then with my partner build like our next dream home for our family.
Sick.
So yeah, it's gonna be
all on this land.
Yeah, all on this land. That's gonna be like 8-year dream away. Like,
I'm trying to think off the top of my head, like I'm getting a paintball.
Oh yeah, paintball
set like course in there.
Yep.
That's coming in.
Soft, like fun tracks around it. But this is on, we call it like kind of like Mexico, the bottom, because it's like that's where the chaos goes on. So it's kind of like split into 50 acres and then 60 acres like across the road.
Yep.
The 50 acres is going to be just the dream paradise that every guy could ever want. Like women, you may dream for that as well. But like as a guy, you're like, yeah, engines, fast cars. Yeah, that's what we want to do. Let's have fun. Paintballing on. Why not paintballing in cars at the same time? I really want to host a demolition derby. I've always wanted to do that. Like it's been a dream to want to do that. So that's on the cards as well. Like £500 budget car. People can come in, team name, and it's like, last man standing wins the total prize pool or something like that. Boom, there you go. That's what I want to do. But then on the other side, which is like 60 acres of just gorgeous like fields and stuff, I want to proper farm it. Yeah, I'm not trying to be like Jeremy Clark.
I was gonna. Well, you're gonna record it your own way though.
Yeah. But I'm good, like pretty good friends with Caleb.
Yeah. Oh wow. So how did you become friends with Caleb? This is Caleb from Clarkson Farm.
Life right now. Okay, dude, there's so much going on.
Yeah, bro.
How'd you meet him?
I've spent 10 years trying to do this, and now it's everything all at once. But yeah, he used to watch some of the zombie videos back in the day. Oh, and then I followed him, messaged, commented on something, and then one day I just got a notification. Like I posted on Instagram, he replied straight away, and I was like, wait, Caleb, I literally just followed him. I said, why are you following me? He was like, oh, used to watch content. And then we just got speaking, and then he's really helped me out with the farm, loads of advice, back and forth. I've given him some help in like the social media world, and he's helped me out from the farming like back end side of things, which has been really good. So yeah, eventually I want to get to a point where I like set up in the 60 acres, like a real nice little farm. Think like foot farming, like you go to those cutesy places where, I don't know if you have these in London anywhere, but picking your nice pumpkins weird, or strawberries in the summer and stuff like that. And then maybe like a nice little farm, like cafe shop sort of thing, where everything locally produced is like cooked there and made there and stuff. And then get one of my best friends in to run that because he's a chef.
Well, let's hope that you don't let's hope that you don't run into the same problems that old Clarkson did, mate. Because you got to keep your head under the radar. Yeah. They were out to get him.
Yeah, but that's going to make the vlog even better.
Yeah, well, yeah, it is.
It's like unlimited vlog content. This
unlimited vlog content, but it's one of those. I knew it'd come with stress buying the land. It definitely has done. We've had break-ins, we've had trespassers. We've had the other day some guy was like walking on there. I was like, oh, dude, sorry, it's not a public walkway. And he was like, I'm going to get in your face, like threatening to like smack me in the face, my brother in the face. And we're like, what are you doing? This is like walking in someone's garden. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. And it's just like you come across all the weirdest things. Everyone just says pull out a shotgun and shoot him, but you can't do that as a farmer.
Yeah, it's not Texas, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's not real. It's not like that. In Texas, you literally have the right just to go, get off my land. They said, no, I aggravated you, could just shoot them.
Have you got all the signs up now?
Oh, yeah. But the farmers, walkers keep taking them down.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I could just imagine it being so petty.
It absolutely is. There was this is the craziest one. I've told this story in my vlog, but even this guy brought it up. I thought it would have died a death after I kind of addressed it. But this woman was, I was with like the River Canal Trust Board to sort out a fence. I sound so old.
Yeah, I know.
These people like, what is a River Canal Trust Board? But I was with this guy who basically like the councillor sorting that out, this fence, which has gone missing because walkers have taken it down and decided to walk through our fields when they shouldn't. And this woman came home and she was like, are you with the canal board? I kind of like looked at the guy. I was like, no, you take this conversation. She didn't realize I was the owner of the farm. And she spent 15 minutes slagging off us, saying, but the fencing off this, the fencing off that. And he just went, they've got the right to. Like that, it's their land, let them do what they want. And in the end, she went, well, I've heard it from a good source that his brother, the big tall guy with a beard, threatened to shoot someone's dog. And first of all, I don't have a tall brother, and I don't have a brother with a beard, so none of my family members, factually, had done it. But the rumor had gone around the mill that the farm owner, being me, brother had threatened to shoot someone's dog.
Mate, it sounds like an episode of like some fucking
Desperate Housewives of Tom's Farm.
Yeah, I feel like I'm in Emmerdale or something like that. But honestly, it's just stuff that I never thought I would like end up dealing with. Like I've had to do so. And like even this guy who was kicking off, I was just like, oh, polite, just dead polite, like just to let you know. I think you might have thought it was a public footpath. It's not. Just gonna have to ask you to leave. Like, don't give a shit. Get it, fuck you, like that. They get mad aggressive about it. Some people are fine, but then he was at the end going, wait, aren't you that farmer who was threatening to shoot people's dogs? I was like, no, my dad's got a dog, my mum's got a dog, like little sausage dog, you know what I mean? Like,
but that's so funny.
Like the getting called out for the weirdest things, but eventually, hopefully they understand that I want to farm some of these areas. So if they have a dog on there, like, other farmers would shoot a dog if it attacked their sheep. They've got every right to. Yeah. Not the situation I'm wanting to get into. So I just want to
that'd be awful.
Try to keep everyone safe and happy. And then, later in line, down the line, like an area where the dog walkers can go and put their animals on, and let them, I know it sounds weird, but a place where you can rent for like 30 minutes and let your dog go run around having the time.
I've seen that actually. That's a normal thing.
You can do that. You can.
Yeah, you like essentially book a bit of land to take your dog for a walk.
You could set up like a dog daycare at some part of it.
Yeah,
Like, get someone to run it.
I know
Just to get people off your back. Just like, right, I'm going to set you up a fucking dog
A
daycare.
dog hotel,
Stop
like
chatting
you,
shit.
Like you take your dog to.
Yes.
Dog hotel.
Dog hotel.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like if you walk them along, it's like you've got to have them on the lead, so it's like just somewhere for them to like spread the wings and fucking sprint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Let man walk in the corridor of the apartment building. That's the best you can get off the lead.
Bring
at
your
the
dog. Bring your dog
thing
up.
I've
Your
heard.
dog can walk around on
Thank
my line.
you, thank you. I
There you go.
appreciate that.
And his brother's going to shoot it, though.
Yeah, well,
My brother will not shoot. No one's dog man. So lots of pros. Like it's amazing, but it comes.
In terms of security, though, you mentioned like obviously you had a break-in.
Yeah.
What is it that you can actually do? Like you can't build these big fences to cover it. It just kind of looks ugly and they wouldn't let you do it anyway. So what can you actually do security-wise? Are you going to have like a 24/7 security or what?
We've had security on site and we've had people like overnight security and stuff like
Yeah.
that, which is good, and like dogs and stuff. So security side of things have massively stepped up. Like for security reasons, you don't kind of like disclose like what you have.
Of course.
But yeah, we've got like full-time security now, which is great. But yeah, it's just the case of it was abandoned for like 5 years, so people kept thinking like, oh, we'll just go in it, sort of thing. And there was nothing of value, and there still isn't anything of value left in there. But there's one time, like one of my friends on site who, sorry Tom, he just left a quad bike because the next day he was going to teach his daughter how to ride it, and that one time left the quad bike there. Someone just broke in just to see if there was anything in there. Quad bike was there. Quad bike went missing. So
Oh, mate, I bet somebody's going to be able to find that
So,
quad
you know
bike.
what?
Have
Yeah,
you
I
had
was
any
gonna
leads on
say,
it?
We got it.
Oh, you've got it, man.
Yeah, we got it back. Crazily, we found it in a bush. Like probably like a month later or a few weeks later, we found it in a bush. But here's the kicker: the police were like, "Yeah, we found this like stolen piece of property. It was probably only worth, and it says probably like probably about 250 quid.
Okay.
right? So this quad bike gets stolen from us, costs us money to replace the locks. Quad bike's gone. We don't find who's done it, but they find the quad bike. He goes to go and collect it. Like, yep, it's me. Here's proof of purchase. Here's that, and then they go, right, that'll be £200. They're like, no. They're like, yeah, you need to pay the £200, otherwise you're not getting your quad bike. And if you don't pay it by a certain day, interest goes up on it. And if you can't pay it, we'll crush it.
Wait, who?
Wait, so-
paid it from who?
So the police asking for this
so
200 quid?
Yeah, so the police end up having to, because there's a quad bike just left in a bush somewhere.
Yeah.
So they have to hire a company to come and collect it to move it. And that then company then charges you, and they charge you interest. So if he would have found out like a week later, it could have been like 300 quid.
Oh
to get
my
the quad bike.
God.
So the stolen thing that's only worth £250, he had to pay £200 to get it back. How crazy is that? It's
Oh
insane.
my God.
Yeah, and it's
What
same
the
with
fuck
bike.
are our
Like, if
taxes
your-
going
Yeah, if your
towards?
pedal bike got stolen, like apparently it's like minimum 100 and something pounds. Like if your bike got stolen, the police got it, and you went to go and collect it, you got paid to get it back. It's
Mate, what the
insane.
fuck? You just don't know about
We sound
this
like
sort of
old,
stuff,
don't we? And we're like, oh, where's our taxes going? But it's just like, it's mad. I tried to speak to him, being like, you know it's ours. You've seen we got video footage.
Yeah.
You know it got stolen. He's like, can we waive this fee? Because in circumstances, they can go, yeah.
Yeah.
But they were just like,
Damn, and
nuts.
never found out who it was, right?
no, we
Got an inkling?
yeah, pretty much. But the thing is, we ended up getting back in the end. So it was like, okay.
Oh,
For 200 quid.
We'll just leave
For
it.
200 quid, yeah, that was like, that was
Person
the
was
thing
just
out of it.
probably going for a little joyride, eh?
Yeah, like I said, we've got so long like for disclosure to the world. We've got so long before we even get like the land all set up and secured. And when we're on there, I'll probably be living there. We'll have other people living on site and stuff like that. So yeah, learn from that mistake.
Well, you mentioned that you want to build like that forever home and like something that lasts a while, and obviously you're a recent, well, no, kind of recent father. How are you finding being a dad?
It's good.
Really?
So good. I'm not even gonna lie, dude.
Everybody always fucking says this shit,
bro,
but low key,
I thought it was bullshit. I'm not
Yeah.
joking. When everyone goes, "What's the like, dude?" Like, oh, it's the best thing ever. You're like, shut up. Be honest. Like, how annoying is it? And the answer is like, probably really, really annoying. But my partner is amazing. She makes sure, like, just with like the job of vlogging every day. Like, if I was tired, then vlogs would be shit.
Yeah.
So she literally is just so amazing. Like, lets me sleep throughout the night, looks after him, and then she's just like the perfect dream person to ever have a child with. Like, love her to pieces. Shout out Lydia. Like,
big up Lydia.
Big up Lydia. She's the one. I honestly never anyone else in my life I would ever want to have a child with. I always said that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm glad that came around and brought Alfie into the world. 13
And you show him on the vlogs and stuff. Did you ever have a moment where they're like, I'm not sure if I'm going to show my kid? Because I know we had Ethan and Faith, and they don't share their child online.
They did,
Yeah.
and then they stopped, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Will people just be
Dodgy
mean?
people.
bit weird.
No,
Yeah,
dodgy
dodgy
people. Yeah, so she was getting a lot of messages like, why haven't you posted picture of your child? And she even came on and spoke about it on this podcast. Was it she could see the stats on photos with her kid were getting like an alarming amount of like saves, and she would be getting messages from people with like default pictures, random number names and stuff like, why haven't you posted a thing here? And she just got super creeped out by the whole situation. And so from there, they've always just blurred her face.
Yeah.
Did you ever have that conversation about whether you'd show your kid, or are you just like...
Well, touch wood, we've never had anything like that.
Yeah.
Never had to deal with anything like that. But yeah, we've fully had the conversation. Like, one thing we like Lydia as well, like, if she said tomorrow she didn't want to be in the vlogs, I'd be like, that's absolutely fine. I feel like you guys see our vlog. I just want to film, like, literally what is a day in my life and then film it, have it as a memory to look back on, because I've got a memory of a goldfish. So it's like, it's nice to be able to look back on.
It's going to be so good for your kid when he grows up and he's just got this like collection, these chronicles of just his life, your life, growing up together. It's going to be the best fucking thing ever.
The memories with my dad that he'll be able to watch, like, me and my dad went for a 1 week camping adventure. I've got the whole thing documented to be able to like share with him. Like when he's older, like my granddad who's no longer with us, he can literally look and see what my granddad was like. That's what YouTube is for me. Like if you watch my first video, I didn't want to be a gamer. That wasn't the plan. That was like something that came from it. I wanted to be a vlogger.
I was watching your first video today. To see that it's you doing C9's impression.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I've watched that so many times. But every now and then I'll go back and just watch it.
What's up, ladies? You don't do the C9's eyebrow thing.
And then there's two old ladies fighting outside. Like, it's a class. It's got
rest in peace, the old ladies.
Oh, really?
I know, it's crazy.
Oh,
that's how much time's gone by. 15 years. But like my first video was me talking about like how Zerkaa. I'd never call him Josh.
And then you did a
Zerkaa
reach.
makes money off YouTube.
Yeah.
I was like,
really? Was that your first video?
I believe he makes money off YouTube, and then like because someone was like, you're copying C9's with your eyebrows. And it was just like the most amazing thing that I could maybe make a career out of it. And I always wanted to be a vlogger. That was the goal. That was the
dream.
Yeah, that was the goal.
Because you were part of like, our group back in the day.
Yeah.
We used to have like this. I don't know if we've ever really even spoken about it.
I was about to bring up Alton Towers. I was gonna say, did you go?
So that you know what that feels like a core memory in just UK YouTube lore.
I'll never
and
forget
you can pull up the video here because you did a vlog on it.
Yeah. That was OG vlogging as well.
Oh.
Yeah,
I think that was that when we had all had handy cams. That sounds so suspect.
Yeah, they're like the porn cameras. They were the porn cameras.
Was it that?
Yeah, because I don't think anyone was filming with a phone.
Oh no, it was like that.
Oh,
look
I
at
just
that.
exposed myself.
Look at that.
It was the point and shoot.
Oh my lord, look at you,
dude, bro, on Oakley's channel. Shout out to Oakley.
Fair crowds.
I saw him in the hide and seek. That was so good to see him.
Yeah, these so to people that don't know,
shout out, like honestly, Calux,
glow up.
Like you guys, not just glow up. Like as OGs in the day, I'm so happy that so many of the OGs are just doing so well for themselves in life.
Yeah,
like absolutely love that guy. If it weren't for Callum, like I wouldn't have even ever gone to like my first time I ever stayed in London to go to like Eurogamer, the first ever one. He let me crash on his couch, and he was just like such a top dude.
Nah, he really is. And I actually remember another fun thing is that. Well, let's go over the Alton Tower stuff because
this is legendary.
Glow up. Vic has had one of the best glow ups ever. He looks like I watched the latest like Simon 3 hour video. He looks so good in that new video. Like he has had such a glow up.
It's so funny to see all the boys here.
This is you said core memory, by the way. This is.
I love how like the full ride. It's just the full ride.
I definitely love to think back about like how good this was.
I mean, if we just look at some of the people here, so you got like somebody here called Fear Crads. A lot of people listening won't know who that is anymore, but he is now the sort of like CEO / founder of an extremely successful agency that work on like brand deals for YouTubers.
Still get to see him quite a lot now.
Yeah.
He's Manchester boy now, so it's good.
Exactly. So you've got him there. You've got Nepenthes.
Nepenthes as well.
There is so many people just in there that are still, even Oakley. Oakley now makes golf YouTube videos.
Bro, he came up on my TikTok. I was like, I've not seen this guy in forever.
Yeah, and I played with him recently. And it's just so nuts that everybody here is just still doing stuff. It's not one of those where we look back and we go, fucking hell, what are they up to now? Like, I'll be able to tell you what everybody does now.
When I watched this, I would have been watching this as like a fan as well. Like,
really?
11 years ago. What was the exact month / year if you hover over the 11 years ago
11 years.
21st of April, yeah.
2013. Oh, bloody hell. What was I doing?
This was fun, man.
Probably my first year at uni. Probably like, starting
these sort of memories were really cool. And this is like, it's always an interesting one because I've never really spoke about this, but like it's always interesting to see how like the UK guys, because like you obviously Scotland.
I was from Scotland.
Yeah, Scotland. And I don't know, like when you moved down to London, became part of the London thing.
Yes.
But so you came from so far to be part of this, like, whereas I was from Manchester, and it was always a thing of like, would we ever all like move to London? You know, like how like Sidemen then became a thing, and like you know, like your guys like became a thing. I always never. Whoa! What is that? You try saying that one's Photoshop now by Joe Sugg. What's that? Bloody hell!
Get that one stickered on
Oh,
WhatsApp.
I want to see that everywhere.
Check what people aren't respecting is the clobber, bro. I got a shirt on to go to Alton Towers.
Tobias?
Yeah.
What?
That's how you actually look like a monster.
Bro, what are you talking about?
Wow, that is actually insane. But
Oh shit.
well, that was insane. So yeah, what was mad is
Are you dabbing?
from this period of time, what the weirdest transition was is like all the UK people were congregating in the UK and like absolutely loved it. But I don't even know what the leading factor of it was, but I just chased the son off to America.
Yeah, you did. You ended
that
up
stage,
going
'cause,
to
like,
America.
everyone was like so in this like, you know, like group of people like going to like Alton Towers. And I think you guys all did Thorpe Park and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just, I was thinking about it the other day and I just went, yeah, I went off to LA. I went to America.
Yeah, but at the
Chase
time
the sun.
you were
How long did you
actually
live
you were actually running you were part of a business.
Black Dot, yeah.
3 Black Dot. What was it? Can you explain that? Because
Yeah,
a lot
so
of people won't know about this.
I don't know if I know.
You don't
about
know?
this. Do
Yeah.
I? Maybe if you.
I know what it is.
I don't know how old
Maybe
you
I-
Yeah. Yeah, so
What was
obviously,
that?
like, this is like one of the, like, this is, it's cool talking about stuff like this. And that's why I was really looking forward to this podcast, because it's like, there's so much that I've like been involved in throughout the 15 years and everything. But I never thought like YouTube would be here forever. Like my college tutor was like, yeah, just drop out for a year, like do the year and do it, see if it goes well, if it doesn't come back. But I was always like, YouTube's not going to be here forever. So I always wanted to be smart with like setting up for the future. And you know, back in the day, I like maker studios and stuff like that. They'd always take like 30% of your revenue, blah, 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 blah. And there was calls with like me, C-Nanners, PewDiePie, and then like people like, I feel like Vanos.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vanos Gaming.
And by the way, guys, just so people know, at the time, these are like the top, some of the top YouTubers, right?
Yeah. And we were all having calls about like, why are these companies taking like 30% of our revenue and doing nothing, or like machinima locking people into perpetuity contracts and stuff like that? Like, why are we doing this? So it was just like, listen, the admin cost to have someone do your paperwork and get your account connected and stuff should be like maybe $300 a month, no matter your channel size. So we created 3 Black Dot, a network, to be like, are you with the network or just direct YouTube?
I am with a network, but it's like 100% zero. It's just pointless.
but
It's
like,
just there because
so
of
for
that.
example, but even though you still go through a network, this is the thing. Back in the day, to earn money from YouTube, you couldn't do it direct through YouTube. You had to go through someone. So we thought, let's make this network, and then like just basically take care of our friends. And it's just like, it'll cost you £300 in admin. We'll set up the company. We'll take no percentage of any of your YouTube revenue, and you literally get to earn an extra 30% a month. Like, why not? And that's what we did. So we started 3BD as this network, but then it was like, oh, we play video games for a living. Like, why don't we create a game studio? And that was the appeal to me, to create a game studio, which we did. We released video games and stuff like that. Like we did Dead Realm, which was really good. We did Zombie Killer Squad back in the day. These was like some of the first YouTubers to ever make games, and you know, in my opinion, do it really well, like high quality standard. It wasn't just like a quick, oh, we're gonna make it and then never executed. We did, which was really cool. So we made Dead Realm, we made Zombie Killer Squad, and then like as the company grew and scaled from network, management agency, like bringing deals and stuff like that to content creators, we'd then work with the likes of like studios like Warner Brothers or Sony or Skydance, whoever, and they were like, oh, we want to make movies or make this, and then it scaled to production for whether it be film, TV for them. And like before you know it, I started this network as like, I just want to be able to save my friends money and me money, like let's get that going. And then there was the merch aspect that we did in scale, but before you know it, we weren't just doing merch for like other YouTubers. We were doing merch for Honda and creating like 250 orders for like 250,000 blankets. For like, I know it sounds so mad, but imagine like you go into a Honda dealership and there's like in a car there's a blanket like Honda.
You were doing that,
custom made, yeah. So the company was like,
your lore is crazy,
some of
man.
the wildest stuff. But in what people saw and what we did is like, listen, we just like, it's this gaming network, because I went to college to do game design and programming. That's what I wanted to do. That was the dream. I remember just being like, when I was choosing what I wanted to do at college, I was like, I just want to play video games all day. Like, how can I play old school RuneScape all day, every day, or COD 4 all day, every day? I was like, right, get a job in gaming, whether it was a tester or whatever. But it led through to, right, game design. And that's why it's like, I just followed this passion of 3BD, creating an agency. That's great. Make money with it. Make video games through that. And then we just scaled it. And before you knew it, after like years and years and years, we had probably like 100 plus employees or something like that out in Los Angeles. I basically ended up like living out there. just scaled and scaled and scaled, and it just got that big that it just got to a point where it was a mammoth to grow. There was so much work being put into it that like the co-founding people, some of them collectively was like, we think we're there. And I was like, what's there? And it was just like, yeah, I think we can sell this. And then, it was a crazy thing. So I thought it was gonna be like the 10-year, like big investment. I thought I'd still own it to like where we're at right now.
Yeah.
I would still own it right now. But after probably like 5 years or less than that, it got to a point where, big companies came in and was like, we will,
Who did buy it?
Webedia. Like a massive French $1 billion company
Really?
owned by, I can't remember her name, but owned by this like just incredible woman. She owns like, if you search like who's the CEO of Webedia, I'm sure it's this French lady. I can't remember her name off the top of my head.
How am I spelling it? Sorry.
Webedia. It's kind of like how it sounds. I'd have to. I'm hoping it pops up this. It probably. It may have spelled.
There you go.
Yeah. You talk about a badass chick.
Yeah.
Find her. If you find her name and find out how much, just Google her net worth. When you talk about investments of companies she owns and stuff, I've met with this person, never met more a just sound, badass French person in
Really?
my life.
Really?
Wow, yeah.
Fuck, maybe I should stop slandering French people on the pod.
No, bro.
We
We got
love
bought by a
French
French company. Wow, my opinion of French people is strong. Like, it is strong.
We need to. Yo, I love the French. Low key.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Bro,
Saint-Tropez.
I've been in France and like trying to speak to French people and they're like, no.
Yeah.
Like, no
I get
French,
so-
If you don't speak French, like, I'm not
They're
speaking
not
to you.
talking to you,
So then I
yeah.
tried speaking French to them and they're like, fuck the English. I'm like, wow.
Whoa.
Marina.
No, I love France now.
Yeah.
Is that her? Yeah.
Veronica.
I want to see what. I want to
Is
see
that
what number
Veronica?
pops up there.
Veronique.
Oh, she's low key, man.
Dude, if she's low key, she's low key. But let's say super badass woman, and she ended up buying her company and everything like that. Just came.
Is it public knowledge how much it got acquired for?
I think in some areas, I know it's weird. I don't really disclose.
That's fine.
Like particular numbers in it, but
So you guys, so all like the founding people were early,
founding
all
people.
did well
How
off the back of
How
it.
many was there of you guys, like you and your
Oh
friends?
yeah, so it ended up being me. It was me, C-Nanners,
Yeah.
and then a guy called Luke and Angelo. They were like OG guys back at Machinima. They were the first people to get like brand deals from companies to get them to YouTubers.
Which sounds so obvious now, but back then, genuinely, it was revolutionary, wasn't it?
Revolutionary, yeah. So they were like the founding people to try and get that across the line. So us started it together, equal shares and everything, and then we were like, well, there's this other like really popular guy at the time, like who wants to get in on it. Like we did offer it to PewDiePie. He was in conversation about like, would you want to do this? But I think he actually went off and started his own or got shares from Maker or something like that. So he kind of like found his own different route for the same thing. So then we brought in Vanos and then brought him in equally as well and was like, right, get involved. And he brought a lot to the table and his crew and people like that. Helped scale it out. And this day came around. I remember, I think it was like 2017 or something. This opportunity came about for them to acquire us. And I remember it being like the most nerve-wracking day of my life. Like as soon as I signed this, they were like, you were the last signature to confirm the sale of this. And then, I was like, you're joking. Like I part of me didn't want to let go of it because it wasn't, even though it was a long run of like, get this company to that stage to sell it. Like my dream from this company is like, I want to make video games. Like still right now, I sit there going, I really want to make a tower defense zombie game. I don't want to make it like now. Like, these are the games that I want to play whilst I'm on the move and stuff. Like, that's that is my true passion. And I should have set up another studio again, but I just know how stressful it is. Like you can put you put millions into a game and still look at it and go, this is not exactly what you need it to be. But the day came, I remember where it was, FaceTime my family and was like, this is like kind of a game changing moment. Like never thought this day had come. A lot of stress going into it and ups and downs, but loads of pros came out of it. And I was like, right, okay. Signed the contract and sold the company.
Mate, that's sick.
Yeah.
And so then after that, you moved back to the UK.
Yeah, so I sold the company, but then it was like, I know it sounds mad, but it's like, that's when like corporate comes in. Like, and then when corporate comes in, it's like, you're like, it's literally in the movies, they go, you sell it, everything's going to be the same. Don't worry, you just get to keep doing what you're doing, but we now own it. It's like they came in and all of a sudden one day you see like the guy in the suit, who's that in the corner? You're like, who's that? And you're like, whoa, where's Dave? Dave's been replaced by that guy. And you're like, whoa, where's Dave? Where's this guy? And then before you know it, like every time I go into the office, I'd be like, do like a month in the UK, a month in the US. And when I come back, I'd be like, half the people I used to know, not like the OG, but like staff, I'd be like, they were gone. And then new people were in. And then you'd hear more French people talking in the office. And you're like, wow, this is crazy. But it was like a cool experience, cool opportunities to see where it was leading.
So did you have golden handcuffs in the sense that you had to continue working there for a certain amount of time after the sale? Or were you free to leave whenever?
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, it's like a golden handcuff thing.
Yeah, because I was in a very interesting situation with it, because it's like, say if I still brought a project to 3BD, say I wanted to make a game, I would then own a percentage of that said game. Like I could then, either 3BD could pay for all it. Like you could come to me and say, Tom, I want to make a game with 3BD. We go, right, okay, what do you want to do? What do you want to do? We say, right, so it's going to cost £1 million to do it. How much do you want to bring to the table of equity to own it? We put the rest of it, and then it's like, say 50-50 for $500,000. We'd make that game with you and we'd go from there. And then if it's more expenses, you're expected to pay it, I'm expected to pay it or whatever, and grow it from there. So with 3BD, it was still the case of like, if I wanted to grow something with the company, even though I was a co-founder, I could still,
pay your
come
way
to the
up
table
there,
and be like, hey, you own it 100%, or I could bring it to the table and grow it out from there with
Got you.
a bigger infrastructure. So yeah, it was just a case of like, kept going in, kept helping out, like helping grow the business, make it worth more. We had things in place like, if you make X amount of money, then you get like, really big returns out and stuff like that. But yeah, it just got to a point where it was like a bit too corporate. Then some of the OGs started being around less. I really didn't find myself needing to be there, because the end goal was to sell. But I really thought that would be like my life's work after 10 years, 10, 15 years, 20 years, or whatever, sell. So the fact that it came on so much sooner was like,
how long was it from between starting it and selling
I'd say it was like 5-6 years or something like that. So not as long as I thought, but it was like, well, the time was going to come eventually. So, let's do it. Let's do it now. It was like I probably would have held on for a while. Like, true, honestly, I don't even know if I said that. That's why I was the last to sign. It was like my baby to create this game studio, and I still had games that I wanted to make, and just grow it. But yeah, I think a lot of people's like, they put a lot more time and effort into it being in America 24/7, and it's like, they were tired from it. So it was the right time to sell.
Because I would say, like, for those five, because like you said, in this Alton Tower thing, this was before you went out to the US side of things. Like, everyone was really close. And then you kind of just fell off the face of the earth for us.
Yeah.
Like in the UK.
No, it really did.
America,
I probably thought about it. I was like, I really vanished.
Yeah.
Like,
and we were there like,
UK
I think he's doing his own thing over there. Like everyone was like, oh, he's doing his own thing.
Bro, even YouTube didn't even know, like when they were like trying to contact me, like for whatever things. This is why I never got my 10 million plaque for ages, because they were like, oh, we thought you lived in America. I was like, no, I'm living in the UK. And they were like, the UK guys were like, oh, no, but we thought. So yeah, I just kind of disappeared.
And because you went back to Manchester and you didn't like get suckered into the London, the London trap, then everyone was like, where's Tom? And then the daily vlogging thing came alive, and you've been doing that for a long time.
When did that start now?
That's been a while.
Damn, I don't even know. I can't remember, like you probably have to find like when the first one was, but I feel like it was like when the first bit of Snapchat boom was happening. I was using it all the time and doing like Q&As on my gaming channel, Snapchatting, and people loved it, and the Q&As did like really, really well. But then I just realized that every day when I'm filming like this, I was like, I'm making no money off Snapchat. I like know people can do it now, but like back then I'm like, I'm doing this all day, filming it you sitting on his lap. You got real close, real quick. You two got.
Go on then. Keep going, man.
Buddy.
It says 13 years on here, but
It's way past it. It's way
It used
past
to be it was like
a different name, didn't it? Like start of the daily
Syndicate
vlogs.
Central.
Yeah, these are like old.
Oh, jeez.
It was like a second channel to the main Syndicate project,
Yeah, because
right?
that was just for that was for like uploading clips or updates and stuff. It's like one in where I was in America where I just was like, right, I'm gonna start it.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then they go daily. But yeah, I just realized I was filming like this with Snapchat all the time, and I went, if I just do this and then film like that and then post it on YouTube, you can earn money off it. So I was like, why not do that? And that's kind of like what it was at the time. It wasn't so much as like even the because Snapchat disappeared, didn't it? It was like, oh, that's gone, and then people can't watch it. So it was like, oh, I'll put it there so then people can go and view what they would have missed on Snapchat. And then before you know it, it's like, even though I loved gaming, like gaming YouTube was great. If they kept making like banger Call of Duties, like zombies just kept being better and better, and then say GTA 6 didn't take a millennia to come out, and the games just kept coming, I would have just kept playing, like love video games. But it was just like year after year, then it was like, oh, this game sucks. And like this Call of Duty Zombies is rubbish. And then this one's bad. And I was just like, man, I'm just going to keep doing the same old thing. And it's like, as much as I loved doing this thing that people like, and so many viewers loved tuning into me to watch, it was just like, I got into this because it makes me happy and I want to do that. And I'm not going to do it because I feel like I'm forced to, or I owe anyone. Like, I don't think any content creator should feel forced to have to make any content. It's like, do what makes you happy.
But sorry to interrupt, because I want to talk about this before you go anywhere else, is you actually hold a pretty insane like accolade, which is a Twitch one. And was it the first to 1 million followers on there? But I know you were also at one point the most subscribed as well. Did you ever hold that one?
Subscribe account, I possibly did, but the subscribe account really wasn't a thing back then.
Yeah.
Would have been nice, right? damn.
Yeah.
But you literally was like, man, if Twitch Prime existed when I was... This is a mad one because someone just said this on a stream the other day and it was just like, we was back in... We're talking like 6 years ago, 7, 8 years ago. I was streaming to like 100,000 people.
Mate.
120,000 people, like on average, like that difference. Every single day for like weeks straight in like 2016 or something.
Was that the Minecraft stuff?
Or 2014 or something like that. Whenever I got that Guinness World Record for being the first person to hit it, it was like I got invited to E3 by Microsoft and they were like, do you want to come to E3 with us? And we'll pay for all the flights and all that sort of stuff. And I was like, yeah, I'd love to. But then I realized I was on like 930,000 followers on Twitch. And then Riot Games was on like 970,000. And I was like growing so fast. I was like, I want to try and beat him. And I literally streamed every day and grinded towards being the first person to hit 1 million followers on Twitch. And we did it. We smashed it. We beat him to it. I peaked at like 121,000 people viewing live, like solo playing either like COD Zombies or Minecraft or whatever it was. And yeah, it was just a wild ride.
Your like resurgence, if you want to call it that, was this Minecraft series that you had.
Oh yeah,
wasn't it?
Yeah, like do you guys like Mianite sort of stuff?
Yeah. Like Minecraft, you came back. Like obviously, your Zombies was like what sort of really launched you into where you were. But then in my eyes, it sort of like went a bit quiet, and then you came back with
just getting
Minecraft.
worse and worse. And then so the thing was, this is how it'd go. It'd be like, right, we're playing Call of Duty Zombies, it's hype as anything, and then it kind of like dwindle off, and then you'd be like, ooh, time for a 1 month addiction to play Minecraft. Yep, on with the boys, playing Minecraft, or like whether it was the Minecraft Project, like Lonely Island.
That's what I watched, the Minecraft Project.
Yeah, that would then like peak it, and then like you'd finish the series, it'd fall off for a bit, and then you'd be like, right, new zombies, but then the zombies kept getting like worse and worse, and I was like, you know what, sack this, I just want to play Minecraft with some friends, so just started Mianite, which was
insane though. That became massive.
Huge. Absolutely. I didn't realize how big that was back in the day. Even that was like streaming to hundreds of like 100,000 people by myself, like even just on my stream, let alone everyone else's, like Captain Sparkles and stuff. Like I just turned around to Tucker and said, I want to create a Minecraft series. That's who I live with when I moved to LA. Jericho. OG COD guy.
Really?
Remember
like absolutely love Jericho. Shout out.
Damn.
Yeah. But yeah, he literally...
by the way, his last name, phenomenal.
What?
Boner.
He's called Tucker. He's called Tucker Boner.
Tucker Boner.
Tucker William Boner, so it's Tucker Dick Boner.
That's
a brutal.
No, but you know your parents are on it, like they're trolling.
Yeah,
that's completely intentional.
Parents are clip farmers.
Yeah, dude, Dick Boner.
Rage baiters.
That's a brutal.
Fuck,
that's a brutal one. But hey, he owns it, man. He owns it, and yeah, he was literally in a house with content creators, and they just had a room free, and I was like, rather than me spending $300 a night in a hotel, the rent for that room that I know who's not currently in the room is $700 a month, and then that's how it started. So was renting that room, just ticking on. I just said, I want to play Minecraft, but live rather than just like, recording it and all that edit. Just want to do it live, shenanigans galore, and let's just have fun. And we was like, what should we call that? And I was like, well, Maya. And I was like, need something to do with like minerals or elements or something like that. And it was like, something night or whatever night, and I was like,
the creative process of Tom Syndicate, right?
Yeah, literally, it literally took all of like 10 minutes. I remember it so vividly, and he texted me the other day saying, "Do you remember when we made that name?" And I was just like, Mianite. It's like, yeah, boom, and then literally, if it was like roll the montage from there of how it went. Captain Sparkle's in it, Cianana's in it, the Optic guys in it. We had you remember OG Mode Step and stuff like that.
Yeah,
we had those guys in it.
Mode Step is in the dubstep.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We became really good friends with those guys through through playing Minecraft with them and stuff. And it just
plays with Fred again now.
I remember.
Yeah, dude. I'm scrolling through TikTok and I'm like, Tony. I know this guy. And I'm like, what are you doing here? He's like, oh, we Fred. And I'm like, Fred. He's like, oh, Fred. And I'm like, Fred again, he's like, yeah, I do music with him. Basically, do all these stage stuff and everything.
Wow. Were you ever around when Post Malone used to play?
Bro.
Do you remember that?
No. I know it sounds like I just shut you down. No, I don't remember that. But I didn't realize that was Post Malone until I went out one night with Tucker Jericho and he was talking about, Post Malone did all this. I was like, no way. He used to roll with like Sky Does Minecraft and the boys. I was like, that is wild. Like, what a glow up he had.
Is that what they called him when he was chilling with the Minecrafters? Was that his name? Post Malone?
I don't even know.
What was it?
What was
you know what I mean? That what they called
him? I don't know. What was he?
I don't know, but he used to just play the guitar in the background of streams.
Yeah.
And
I've seen
he would do
the clips.
it. And I think I think there was a clip. I could be a little bit wrong on what song he plays, but White Iverson came out in a similar time to all that. And then that's what sort of got it. As soon as that banged, I think it was like Kylie Jenner or something invited him to play at a party. He played White Iverson at a party and he just never appeared on a stream again.
How long short are you wanting this podcast to be? Because I have got, mate, you're going down like a rabbit hole of like everything and anything. Like I've not done a podcast in ages. I could talk for.
Mate, we got time, man. People love this sort of stuff.
You what a mad one. So
Yes.
like this night, I found out like, oh, Post Malone used to make Minecraft content. Trying to say a name there, but like Jericho was like, I'm not entirely sure he actually writes his own music or something like that. I was like, really? I was like, I wouldn't discredit him like that. We're really drunk. And he was like, yeah, no, I don't believe it. I don't believe it. And this is when Post Malone's like banging. And I just happened to tweet Post Malone. And I was just like, you know, dude, can I DM you about something? And he like DM me, he was like, yo, what's up? And I was like, what? And then I was like, yeah, I just got a really random question. He was like, yeah, ring me. Like, give me a number and I rang him. And I just ring Post Malone on this, like on the way back in an Uber. And I'm like, dude, he said you don't write your own music. And he's like, and he's like, no, man, yeah, I write all my music, like, you know, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, why am I just having a conversation with Post Malone? And then he starts going, I love that show Faulty Towers or whatever it is. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Why am I on the phone, like drunk as a fart, talking to Post Malone about UK British, like ancient shows? Like, do you know what Faulty Towers
Yeah.
See,
How has he seen Faulty Towers?
How is anyone ever going to believe this story? Like, I've got no reason to make it up, but I got such an argument with Jericho about like he writes his own music. I was like, does he? How do we know? And then I was on the phone with him.
Let's fucking call him and find out.
I was just like, yeah, cool. And I think only the other day I literally went to see like I was like, did I save that number? I didn't have an American number. I was like, I wonder if I saved his number as like Post Malone. Just ring you back up again, like Post. Write your own songs.
It's me again.
Faulty Towers is great. It's me again, but yeah, crazy.
Yo, that's wild.
That is
The LA music scene was wild. Do you remember X Jaws?
Yeah.
Bro. Same again with Jericho. One day, X Jaws just rolled up with Justin Bieber's Bentley outside the house. I was like, what is going
I remember
on?
because he became friends with Justin Bieber, didn't he?
Yeah,
and it was like a whole massive thing
it was
online.
a crazy circumstance. But yeah, they were like hanging out, like just chilling at the crib, and he's like, yeah, borrow my Rolls Royce.
And this was like
around LA,
peak Justin Bieber too.
Oh,
yeah.
And X Jaws at that time, I think, was also just like one of the biggest, if not the biggest, like Call of Duty player.
Yeah.
Right?
It was probably just a bit past like stage when he
just
stopped
after
doing all
that
sort of stuff. But yeah, man, wild. LA was a crazy time.
Yeah, like that's such a weird like link up, really, isn't it?
Yeah, seriously.
Like a fever dream.
weird
What is
ones.
X Jaws up to now?
I haven't heard a thing. Did he? I heard,
No idea.
Okay, this is kind of weird. Did he do porn?
What?
Nah.
Are you sure you want that on your search history?
Nah.
Think
Go on,
before you
fuck
type
it,
that
I've
in.
had worse,
thinking
bro.
of-
Do you want that on your
I've had
search
worse.
Are you
history?
thinking of I Fly Island Eye? The guy that
Bro, you're doing such crazy COD lore right now. These guys are this pod right. If you're an OG right now, we're
That
so
was a
deep into the pod
crazy
now.
one.
If you are in an OG, just let us know down below because this is OG shit.
Yeah.
Oh
Bro,
my God.
Wasn't he like a military pilot?
he was like a pilot, or he was like he was training to be a pilot, and they figured out that he was like
same background.
he was stroking it on Chatterbait because people seen the background from his vlogs.
Yeah,
He was
say
a
this.
YouTuber.
Say this is behind you on his COD videos,
and they recognized
Someone
it as
and noticed the same background.
and he got dropped. His career was like finished from the being a pilot.
I think he was
military.
married and stuff like that.
That's
What,
crazy.
he was just beating his meat on Chatterbait.
Yeah, he was a YouTuber.
Fair
Switch
fucking
up the
play.
locations, you'll be fine.
What was he? Was he? Oh man,
Dude, that's
no. You know what?
That's
He
wild.
became a DJ.
No,
He became a DJ.
he's followed up on the law.
He became a DJ. I went and checked like years later. I was like, what would have happened to this guy? He became a DJ.
I've just looked, by the way. X Jaws was dating a porn star, so that's probably
Right.
confusion.
Right.
Yeah,
That was it.
Do you remember that?
That's what.
So you see
Bro,
nowadays.
X-Jaws, do you remember? Tell me you remember the video when he announced that like he bought that Mercedes Benz.
Yes.
Oh, I don't-
Yes.
The
X-Jaws
peak-
Mercedes Benz.
He's like,
Get it up.
So hey guys, I bought this car and it's X-Jaws, and everyone's like, you can buy a Mercedes Benz from this.
Yeah.
I would probably say that. I'd probably put more of a reason as to why like KSI when he bought a Lamborghini was like, I'm buying the best.
best one, yeah.
That was when he bought that Mercedes Benz was the game changer of everything.
Yeah,
The
it
fact
made
that you
it-
could afford
here
a
we go.
car.
Look, 11
through
years
that.
ago, there's
Right.
a post on something called PK, which, by the way, once again, OG fans will know that is one of the original podcasts. Like
Yeah.
PKA was.
That's probably the first ever
original.
podcast I ever went on.
Yeah, so
No
here we go.
way.
Sam X made a video years ago showing off his brand new Mercedes that he'd purchased with his YouTube money, and ever since then, I lost every last bit of respect of that dude. Because, by the
You
way,
didn't hate buying a car?
No, but the context was back then. Making lots of money from YouTube
so frowned upon.
was so frowned upon
Why?
because you were supposed to be doing it for the love of the game.
You was frowned upon if you had an editor.
Yeah, no, if you had an editor or if you
Imagine
you
saying
used to got
sponsor.
labeled
Yeah.
something called a money whore, right?
yeah.
And there was this YouTuber called White Boy 7th Street. And at the very early days, he was the first guy to clock on, hold on, if I post a video every single day, I'm going to earn more money. And so he started uploading these Call of Duty gameplays. They were pretty good ones, but he would just like shit post Call of Duty gameplays to get him. And everybody was there like, hold on, we all upload like once or twice a week max because we just want to make the best video. He's just shitting out these videos and he's making loads of money. And he was quite open about making loads of money as well.
Over quality.
And so everybody was calling this guy money whore, money whore, all because he uploaded daily.
Dude,
looking back now, how insane is that? And I'm talking the whole community chat on it.
There was one video where I think either White Boy or X-Jaws, they gave away just out because they were earning money from the YouTube videos. They were like going to give away an Xbox. Like the nicest thing, career cancelled.
Yeah.
How dare you? They were like, you're trying to game the system. They're like, I'm actually trying to do something nice. Like, you know, thanks to my subscribers, I'm going to give away an Xbox to one lucky person. But obviously then incentivized more people to subscribe.
Yeah.
Then it was you're gaming the system. And it was like, man, if you ever did an ad, like if you were to dare say this video is sponsored or anything like that.
Cooked.
You were excommunicado.
Wow.
You were,
Big time.
You said White Boy then. Do you know where my mind went straight to? G-Unit 123 and the OG nuke.
Oh my God, is that the guy there?
Bro. Hey guys, Shaggy here, aka G-Unit.
What was it? World's fastest nuke?
World's fastest nuke.
Was it?
But it was
real?
fake.
Hutch called it out, didn't he?
Yes.
Dude, Hutch. Even Hutch.
How did they clock it was fake? Because I remember this.
So here is a crazy bit of lore for you all. Now this video here,
The intro.
this here
Used to
is
love YouTube
the fastest.
intros.
You guys, if you don't know this, I'm about to blow your mind.
This is good shit.
Okay.
Bro, the intros. Everyone
I had
had
one.
an intro. Vic started an intro.
Here you go. Give it away. Enter. Leave a comment. This was back in the day, right?
How many views has this got? Is this the original?
Microsoft points, even them, just like give me a little bit of nostalgia.
Oh.
So no,
all
but
it had?
but back in the day, mate, that was everybody 5 times over.
400,000 views there. That's 4
mega
million nowadays. Yeah.
Right. So listen to this. Right. So he does this, and everybody.
No, this is not it.
No,
Fake news.
It was in airport.
Terminals.
Yeah,
Terminal.
Bro,
It's on terminal.
We're
Yeah.
having look, imposter syndrome. They're like, that is not right.
Yeah.
Just type in G-Unit terminal nuke. That should come up.
Bro.
Terminal.
Dude, when this came out though, I was like, you really told me I could get a nuke that fast? I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Is it this?
That
What's
one.
faster than you? 30 seconds.
Oh, machinima intro.
Yeah, this is mega.
Right, is this actually it?
Yeah.
Here we go.
It's so short, the video.
Here we go. Yeah, this
Launches
is it.
launches the grenade through the window. Is it
What I'm going to tell you guys are going to blow your mind when you're ready.
play by play? Throws a grenade through the window, gets the Harrier straight away,
Yeah.
and then into the nuke.
Loads
right?
in. Yeah, it's literally, it's
Onto
so
the B
fast.
flag.
Here we go.
Oh, is it not?
No, he does. Yeah. Here it is, and it's
they
like a
caught the
mega.
flag.
Watch the kill feed here. Boom.
Why were 6 people just stood there? Like
Well-
first time I watched this, I was like, this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, it goes here, and he's just pretending to like stay alive.
Oh, bro,
10.
why can't COD be this good anymore? Chopper Harrier into the chopper gunner straight to the nuke.
I miss grinding for fucking nukes, man.
Dude,
Bro,
I 1v1
it's so
angry
hard.
Ginge on the new COD. Like I was like, we were playing zombies. I was like, let me call you out. Let's have a 1v1. I'd not even touched the multiplayer. He slapped me.
Really?
I've not touched multiplayer COD in.
Fair.
So here's
Like, wow.
here's the thing that's mad.
You're on the other team.
Calyx
No!
was part of this, and he told me it was fake. Calyx was in this video, and he was part of the faking of the world's fastest nuke, which at the time was mega.
I did not know that.
Calyx is in this.
Oh my God, you've just like broken.
Bro, you
like,
blow
mad
my mind, but
news.
then you've also sent me down like, oh, this is why people are gonna be like, I can't watch this video, it's too all over the place. Dude, what was Calyx's old channel called?
Miss Black Ops.
Miss
What?
Black Ops,
Miss
yeah.
Black Ops.
What?
His channel's Miss Black Ops because he knew that if the people thought it was a girl, he'd bang. And
Bro,
so he had Miss Black Ops.
Is it got? Is the picture there? Was it like? I'm trying to remember what.
It's so old. I'm pretty sure he deleted the channel. It turned into like a community channel.
No
he sold that
way.
and then did his own thing called Calyx. I think you're struggling to find it.
legendary.
You're talking about old school people. Who was
Yeah.
the other one who was just like Calyx channel wise?
Oh, what, the community channel?
Yeah. Amazing Films 24/7.
Oh, there was a load of community channels
yeah,
that
but it was
popped up.
specifically by one guy.
Do you want me to put you onto another bit of lore? I'm
think
sorry,
not.
we're going down like the deepest.
This is so good, man. As a YouTube fan, growing up with watching all these Call of Duty YouTubers,
Okay,
it's so sick.
But the guy
Okay, I'll
did
let you
that.
land.
This is a crazy law as
Yeah.
well. Like Jericho, he was helping him like with his channel, doing all that sort of stuff. They had that clips channel. I think it was called like Amazing Films 24/7, but it was a COD channel. I made Amazing COD clips or something like that. Can't remember the guy's name. He went on to make like a website that was like whatever. It was called like Distractify or something like that. But I think that was like 20 something million.
Fuck.
Yeah. He went on and like Tucker was supposed to have like core investment into that. It didn't end up working out for him, but yeah, he went from doing a COD clip community channel to a $20 million dollar company sort of thing from that.
Wow.
Bro, how weird
This
is it?
is
How,
so
like,
mental deep we've gone
COD's
down
taking
here,
people
man.
to certain
Right, I'm
places.
staying in the rabbit hole. I'm dropping a nuts one. I'm dropping another one.
Did you ever watch The Online Gamer? The Call of Duty show?
I'm in it.
Oh my
I'm in
god!
one of
Oh
the
my god!
episodes.
You are.
I'm in one of the
You know they're bringing it.
episodes.
They're bringing it back.
Yes,
Type in
Reckless
the online
Tortuga.
gamer.
This was one. This could not run today. It literally opens up with him just dropping like the F-bomb instantly on game.
Yes! Shout out to my boy. So when we ran
Just
3BD,
put on episode one
So what is this?
Channel at
What is
3BD.
this?
We helped
Explain
do stuff
this.
with them at 3BD. Online Gaming was like a series where it was like,
I remember you speaking about
It's
it.
on
and
Daily
that's-
Motion.
Oh my gosh, bro! This was so viral. Please put your headset on.
Yeah,
quickly.
I remember
The
this,
fact- please
bro.
play the beginning. Please play the
we
beginning.
have headsets. Look at this.
This became such a thing in like the gaming world. It was so fun to watch.
Reckless Tortuga. I'm not even
Legendary.
joking.
Yeah. This is
I got
crazy.
the honor of being in one of these episodes later down the line.
I'm jealous as fuck. I loved this
There you
show.
go.
Oh.
The fact it's on Daily Motion kills me, bro.
Bro, it's you can buy it on Amazon and shit now, and they're bringing it back.
Hey, come on. Hey.
I know all the team behind it.
Wait for this.
Bro, this guy, this is so funny.
The headset, bro.
Remember?
Yeah.
They're moving to Detroit tomorrow?
Yeah, totally. Tell them to bring their Xbox. We'll play Call of Duty co-op. Yeah.
Wait for
No. We're playing a board game. Can you end off now?
All right, guys. My stupid girlfriend wants me to hang out with her friends, so I guess I'll talk to you later.
I'm just waiting for the
Wait,
slow.
yeah, he
Right.
drops it.
So what are we playing?
Yay, Monopoly! Okay, I am the hat.
Please just drop it.
I remember this.
I'm the boot. That's my clan tag.
'Cause it's so
So I'm
shocking.
gonna kick your guys' asses. Yeah.
Okay.
It's such low production, but it was so good.
It's my birthday, so I'm gonna go first.
No way. No cheats. We roll to see who goes first.
Jesus. Okay.
It's taking so long, but it's so fun.
With TikTok in the
Hi.
world, the
it's
content
hard.
usually goes a lot faster, doesn't it?
Roddy's probably thinking about 10 different things right
No,
now.
I remember this.
Do you?
2.
Yeah.
Fuck. That dice is so fucking gay.
Bro, I wasn't expecting that.
Gonna buy it?
It's worse, mate.
Really?
Yeah.
How much is it?
It's 100.
Oh my god, you're lagging.
You like it?
Oh, this is like the original brain rot.
Okay, I'll
Bro,
take it.
this
100. What? Income tax? Ugh.
You're gonna pay $200 or 75% of your assets.
200, obviously.
Oh my god, you fucking noob. You have $2,000 and no properties. Oh, I'm playing with a whole bunch of fucking noobs.
Okay, I'll just do the 75%, 150, right?
What a dream to be watching this.
Double kill, 2 6s.
Double kill.
All right, and I will buy that. And every time you guys land on it, I'm gonna butt fuck the shit out of you. Fucking hate playing with girls. Girls suck.
This is how Chip found his personality. He just built it off this show.
I love how like for real
Headshot,
back
bitch.
for back
You
in the
just
day.
got
for real.
owned.
Yeah, headshot bitch. She's gone. I feel like it's one of those things like where you remember something and you go like you're like oh, and then you like watch it again and you're like that's not as
Yeah, every
the
time
bit-
I come back to it, I'm like, this is so bad.
Yeah, the bit-
but it's so...
Dude, like I know it's gonna sound so weird, but this is a total tangent. But have you ever tried watching an American Pie movie? Like,
It's a
I
tough
don't
watch
know if
now.
I want to.
wow,
tough
don't get me
watch
wrong,
now.
times have changed and rightly so. But bloody hell, you try and watch any of like the OG films that like how old are you?
30.
Yeah, you are 30. Yeah. You try and watch any of the films that we got raised on. You're like,
Yeah.
whoa, this is a tough watch. Like, man, I was
Yeah.
surprised Little Britain even managed to make it to Netflix, but then that got removed. So yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, right. So bloody hell, damn.
Man.
There was so many. Right, I'm sticking on
Have
the,
you- go
the
on, let's
COD
keep
train
in the-
because,
let's keep in the-
because
Oh, yeah,
I've
COD
got a
shit.
bit of lore
This is
here,
so
and
good.
this is so
More lore?
obviously the original montage got obviously ZZIR Grizz, Grizz, right? Now
goat.
there was somebody else, a woman, Darkness. Her name was XX Darkness XX, right? And for the longest time, she was sick, and she brought out the most insane montages.
OG montage.
And she was known as like elite, and everyone was there like, she's tweeting and stuff like this, and then everyone was there like, prove that you're a girl. You've never proven that you're a girl. So they were there like, right, okay. Well, she was like, fine, I'll prove to you. I'll live stream and I'll do like I'll have my voice. I'm not putting my face, but I'm doing voice.
Yeah.
She puts out her voice, whatever. And it's a girl, fine. A few months go down the line and that girl ends up wanting a little bit more. So decides, right, I'm going to show my face and I'm kind of going to start a vlog. But what happens is, sorry, let me reword that. What happened was people were there like, oh, that's all great and all, but you could have had like your sister or somebody do that. I want to show it. So they were like, fine, okay. So they set up a camera to face the TV while the person plays.
Yeah.
Okay.
In the reflection, what can you say?
The fucking reflection
say?
is a dude. And it's the girl sat next to him speaking.
How did they not see that?
He's playing. And so they just didn't see in the reflection. And it blew up. Like the whole community was like, we've been lied to. I'm talking like years.
But like this is the
going
drama.
on.
This is the tea back then.
Yeah.
You know, you're talking about like OGs and like girls like that. Do you ever remember React girls? Like, do you remember who the React girl was?
No.
Right, so if say you uploaded a video and it banged and it got like a million views, that person would just download it and react to it like in the top right corner. You know, like how React channels are now, and everyone's like, we love React channels. Back in the day, that was a cardinal sin.
Yeah.
You were stealing their content. How dare you? So in the like the tags and stuff that you could write, they would copy it because it was like public. I once wrote, "Fuck off, React girl, shove a pickle up your ass," like that. Or sorry, shove a cactus up your ass. Because she would have to copy that, because whenever your video would be there, like they'd be watching the 1 million view video, because they copied the entire video, the length of it and everything, it would be the first thing recommended at the top right.
Yeah.
It's a way to game the system, and she got hundreds of thousands of views. And one of my first ever vlogs when I went to LA, and I was just there, I was filming with like Hex and some of the Optic guys and Phase Temper as part of this show, The Controller. I vlogged the day before going to this hotel, checked in, didn't think much of it, revealing my location. The girl, whose boyfriend ran the React channel, went to copy all the data because she was literally just boobs out like that in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
Went to my channel, looked at my vlog, worked out what hotel I was at 4:00 in the morning, rang through to the hotel and was like, you think it's funny to tell my girlfriend to shove a cactus up her ass? It's like, I'll be seeing you at your hotel tomorrow. Yeah, crazy. But what he didn't know is I was on a shoot this guy was American who rang me. He didn't realize on the shoot that I was on called The Controller, it was all ex-military, ex-police force, ex-everything. I went there and I told them the story like, this is crazy. They got their guys involved and the police fucking took care of it. Yeah, the LAPD got involved in like everything like that and like shut that shit down. So it was like, you're not gonna be threatening anyone. So it was like the craziest circumstance of just from someone stealing the tags, jokingly like for them to see it and like, he's on to me, like stealing his tags.
He got so pissed.
He rang up the hotel room, tracked down the hotel number I was at and everything like that. Did he rang the hotel room, spoke to me on the phone.
Fucking hell, did he carry on with the channel?
Yeah. They kept on for ages, but people hated that stuff back in the day. Like
it wasn't
React was
popular.
like, you don't add anything to the content. They were literally just sat there with like boobs.
It was a proper, just like, we're getting the young lads to watch this because my tits are out.
Yeah.
That's OG YouTube.
It's not around still, I imagine.
Some serious OG lore right there. For the
I don't know if the same people are still doing it anymore. I feel like it's developed. There's new people doing that.
Well, do you not remember when, what was the name of that, those lads that tried to copyright reacting to videos?
React Bros.
React Bros.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, and there was a massive...
That was uproar.
I remember that, actually. Yeah, there was a little bit of an uproar.
Concept though. Like, they had a good concept of people reacting to it and then like talk about like, like a career
ender.
Just didn't do well. It was like we own the word copyright, and then they were gonna like the rumor was
React.
they were gonna react. Yeah, they were worried like people were gonna get them flag other people's reaction and then control the power of reacting, which is just
they tried to essentially copyright.
Is this that?
I think they've been bought. I think they've been bought.
Yeah,
how many subscribers?
22 mil there.
Did that say 22?
React Media in America.
No, they were massive at one point.
Wow.
But
I
that
was on an
move
episode of
there
React,
kicked off so much of a fuss that it all went
Is that the
tits
one
after
where
that.
they used to get like kids and then adults and like react to XYZ? Yeah.
Yeah, and people would get famous
I
just
was
by
on it.
being
They were like YouTubers react to like the funniest things or like some sort of viral clip.
JJ's been on it as well.
Bro, that guy, that Harley guy, the food.
Beard meets food.
Epic meal time.
No, Epic Meal
that was
Time.
it. Yeah,
I saw this TikTok about it the other day. And everyone's like, he is the reason now that food on social media even exists. Like, if you go back as far enough, he was the first person
show
to
me
ever
him.
really-
Bacon strips and bacon strips.
Yeah, Epic Meal Time.
Whoa, look at him.
Beauty pie.
Look how young he looks. Like he's all grown up now, like dad and everything like that. It's
Oh
so
my
great.
god, this is like the guy that's
muscles, glasses in the back.
Yes. Nah.
What year is this?
I used to
13 years ago.
13 years.
2011.
The chicken that would black or whatever it was every time he swore.
Yeah.
He always used to put the honey Jack Daniels on
Yes.
everything.
Now muscles in the background. This guy. Nah, this
I
for
seen
me.
him not too long ago, by the way, and he's jacked.
This is like-
I don't know if he's changed now, but he
He
got.
reminds me of the
jacked.
guy of Stranger Things.
He was in Video Game High School, right? Did you ever watch that?
Yeah, Video Game High School.
He was like the head teacher in it.
Freddie Wong.
Yeah,
Freddie Wong.
Freddie. Oh,
Corridor
what
Digital.
channel?
I love Corridor. I loved
that.
We were close to their offices in LA.
That's sick.
I loved that show.
Oh,
Mate, I'm not gonna lie. Like, just looking at this now, this really was at the time like content just not ahead of its time because it sounds basic, but this was it, man. And every single one of this video banged.
We have to question though, like you're right and say this bang. Like, what's stopping him from coming back doing it? The thing is, they can never replicate the oomph of it.
Yeah,
it just never. Someone who's like had the thing that was popular back then that people are now redoing. The original people who come back to do it can never quite get it to land.
Yeah,
And
it's so true. I don't really know why.
Something about it.
Yeah,
it was so good, but
like
also they had these characters, like you said, muscles. They had all these things, and like this bit, they'd be drinking Jack Daniels while they're doing this stupid shit, and it was like, look at this. There was an aura about these videos, man.
Mate, they all look high as fuck.
Yeah,
I think they probably were, bro.
Oh my god! Oh, you have to be eating this, man.
On the shot where they're all on the table, the one of them is now like, pause. Him there on the left of the red cup.
Yeah,
third one in. I'm pretty sure he's like a chef on TikTok and doing really well.
That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, because I think he actually came up with like most of the recipes and stuff that they would do.
This guy.
So I think,
no, 2 in.
Is this channel still going, by the way?
One next to the guy with the N on the red cup.
There you go.
I'm having the hardest time saying which one.
Or do they still upload him?
I don't know if they're still uploading, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he's like huge on TikTok now.
Mate, he got to 1 million subscribers so quickly. Yeah, but it's all gone like completely.
It's podcast now.
Yeah,
bro, it's one of those. It's like the thing is, it's in a most nice way. I feel like some content like serves its nice period of time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like even with me, like I love gaming. Like I'll smash like Call of Duty, RuneScape, or whatever when I just feel like it.
I love RuneScape.
Or I'll stream it and like stream the other day and it's like, streaming's like 40,000 people and I was like, man, it's so nice to be able to, like come back and stream to this audience who are absolutely loving it. Do you know what I mean? But it's easy to just, how long do you beat a dead horse for? Like, yeah, just keep pumping out that content. Like, yeah, it's a paycheck. Like, that's why when people ever said to me, like, oh, why did you stop uploading on your gaming channel or something like that? It's like, just because the passion wasn't there, do you want me to just post something for the sake of posting it? Or do you want me to be stoked?
You usually tell as well.
Having the time of my life, do you know what I mean?
You can usually tell when a creator's not enjoying it. Yeah, like it shows. It's obvious.
You sacked off Fortnite at the right time.
At perfect time. I knew I wasn't enjoying it. I was like, look, I'm not going to keep doing this.
Really good, right?
Yeah.
He was massive on it too.
And then I just was like, fuck it, I'm going to make real life videos. And that went well.
But like, how much happier are you?
Yeah,
like from a mental state.
Yeah, but I do want to. Every now and then, I'm like, I want to go back to Fortnite because
it's one of those though. It's like the idea of it. Yeah, so you do it, but then if you were to grind it out for like 3 months, you'd be like, oh yeah, fuck this.
Yeah, fucking RuneScape though, man. My dream is to retire and just stream that game.
Just play it.
Yeah, I used to play it all the time. Every now and then, I'll just get back into it for a week or so, and then I'll be like, this is taking over my life. Can't do it. It is.
I'm about to get people are watching this like RuneScape, old school RuneScape. I'm about to get 99. I'm getting 99 Slayer by the end of the year.
Fuck's sake.
Are we speaking?
No skills.
I never played RuneScape.
World of Warcraft?
Right
no, you were League.
I was a League of Legends guy.
Oh, really?
League of Legends.
I always I always wanted to get heavily addicted to World of Warcraft. I know it sounds like a weird thing to say, but like the camaraderie of that game of like, oh, let's get on, we're gonna do this raid. I always thought that was the sickest thing.
Yeah, I never got into it. I wanted to.
Here's one for you. I remember going to, my dad took me to a game shop. It was my birthday, and he said, you can pick a game that you want to buy. And there were 2 games that I couldn't decide between, and it was World of Warcraft.
Yep.
But you paid a monthly subscription on there.
Yeah, it was quite expensive.
And it was, and my dad did say to me, he said, I'll pay for a year of the monthly subscription. Otherwise, and then after that,
fucking love.
Or
Peace Snap.
there was another game called Bad Company.
Which one?
Bangers,
So at the time,
Battlefield Bad Company what? Like Battlefield Bad Company.
the one with the smiley grenade.
Yeah.
Because,
Is that 2?
So can you search Battlefield Bad Company 1 and then 2 just to see the game art?
And
I
ended up choosing Bad Company because purely because you get a plushy grenade that I wanted to buy.
Look at that.
That was it.
Let's
go, bro.
Let me just.
I was no joke. Even though I was a
amazing.
COD guy, Battlefield was my proper first FPS.
Yeah.
Like my first FPS on PC as well.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So it was
what a
number
game.
one then?
The destruction of buildings.
Oh, that was
you just
crazy.
That was the selling point for it. That was the selling point. That was the first time that they did
Change
that.
like the trajectory of your life there.
That's exactly why I wanted to bring it up.
World of Warcraft, if you chose that game, you would have just been different, man.
Yeah.
That would have taken over.
I wouldn't have gone into like the Call of Duty side of things or anything.
I want to say it's still a
popular,
thing.
but I don't. It's not what. I don't.
It's not what it was.
Because League of Legends is like miles ahead of it.
yeah.
now.
No, but they're completely different games.
No, I know, but like if you're talking about those sorts of kind of like
Is it that lasted?
fantasy, like online.
Okay.
Yeah, but listen. say goodbye to your social life and everything and just play old school.
It has to be old school.
The best game
Not
in the world. The
RuneScape,
development team is the best.
whatever
The
it
game
is.
is the best. They update it. Like, I remember when I was, no joke, I was at McDonald's doing a night shift. I was like 2 a.m. taking some orders, and I just sat there to myself going, right, like, what are my main goals? Like, what I do in life? I want to travel all around the world, like properly all around the world. So that'll cost X amount of money, whatever. I'm like, how do I afford a laptop to play it? And then what internet situation do I have to be able to afford to be able to play RuneScape everywhere I go? Like, that was, dude, when I say like goals and dreams at 16 years old working at McDonald's, that's all I wanted to do in life. That is it.
I wish you played it, man, because it actually
Bro, me
was
too.
It's
I might have to go and play it when I start getting time.
Why don't we get into it for a loaded series? You just
I'm
start.
telling you, boys, like it is fucking unbelievable.
Someone said to Kai Sinet, like on Kai's stream, like Soldier Boy, OG gamer, he literally, I remember him from the Xbox 360 days. I don't know if you do, but he legit said to Kai, I was like, oh, you should try like old school RuneScape or RuneScape. And he was like, can I complete RuneScape? And the thing is like, I don't know if you can complete it.
Nah,
it literally
it would take so long.
15 years if you like this. Like people like Settled and Boat and people like that have just played it for a lifetime.
If he started playing, by the way, the game would.
Oh my gosh, yeah. They just had like peak game like numbers.
That would.
I know you don't get this game until
No.
Right, so it's like
I understand it though.
Like Minecraft, you'd go like dum dum and get a piece of wood from that. On RuneScape, you click it and then it's just like a matter of a chance of like time if you'd get it. So it might seem like they're not the most interesting thing, but you know, there's like little micro rewards of like, oh, I'm only 10 XP from the next level. Ooh,
Yeah.
Goes to this and then I'm goes to that. It just
The original TikTok algorithm sensation. The dopamine hits.
I love that game.
I saw a TikTok of a bloke who like invited his family round to his gaff to see him getting like 99 wood cutting.
Yeah, I've seen it on TikTok.
What?
I've seen TikTok. Bro, one of my favorite gaming memories of all time is me and Lydia, I'm pretty sure she was pregnant at the time, was sat on a beach and I was like, if I go away on a holiday, all I ever want to do is go and do something like adrenaline-filled activity. But I'm like a week sat on this beach, getting a suntan. She's happy, not pestering me. I get to just farm in RuneScape, literally pretending I'm farming, all in the chance that when I like harvest this plant, I can get the pet from it. And it's just like this 1 in 40,000 chance. And I've been trying for months and months and months and months and months to try and get this pet. And I'm just like, it could take years. It's like, seriously. And I'm sat there on the beach and all of a sudden it popped up. It was like Tangle Route unlocked. And I was like, I literally went, like, she was like, what? She thought we were getting fucking robbed. I was like, oh my God, no, you won't believe it. She was like, what? I was like, I fucking got it. But she understood because in my night routine, every time I went to bed for like months was do these runs, chop down these trees, collect these things. Like the passion that I had to get this fucking digital item was, bro, it was probably better than hitting 10.
You're gonna fuck me up because I'm probably gonna go on it tonight now, and this could be
Play
this
it.
could be the
What were
end
you playing it
spiral.
on?
I'm gonna fucking.
It's on mobile.
It's
I
on
will be
mobile
the
now.
ad for that game. Fucking, you don't even need to sponsor me. Like, it's the best game ever. You can play it on computer,
everything.
right? And it looks potato. So you need a thing called RuneLite. So it looks good. Like, it looks like a really good HD game. But then you can play it on your mobile phone. I'd got on the train and I got out my laptop to play it on my laptop, and the internet on the train was shit, so I couldn't play it. I was fuming.
What today?
That's so funny.
We were on the freaking plane with guitar. I was playing RuneScape at
With
35,000
Starlink.
feet
Yeah,
with
the Starlink thing was
Buzzing.
nuts.
And then, I can't even play it on a train from Manchester to London.
Well, I was
Elon
saying
Musk,
this
come
as
on.
well. How come with trains, like, you're telling me we can get it on planes, but the UK can't even whack it on their fucking trains?
Bro, it
Are
was
you
owned
out of
by
your
Virgin.
mind?
It was owned by Virgin with Virgin Media Internet for one stage, and they still didn't manage to sort out the internet. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, it's a
that's good
shambles.
point.
They
Internet-
got to whack
train
Starlink
internet
on that
is
shit.
fucking terrible.
Bro, Starlink phone apparently is coming out. I know it's like so distracting, but like Starlink phone's apparently coming out.
Really? What,
so
they're gonna
imagine,
make their
like,
own
you're in a
hardware
plane
now?
crash and you survive and you're just on there and but your phone battery's there. You'd have signal to be like, yeah, I'm just off the. I'm just on the coast of Thingy. Yeah, come pick me up. Like, it'll be everywhere, no matter where you are in the world. there'll be
Surely
not a point
they
where you don't
would.
get internet.
Apple would just rather they would just license it to Apple and be there like
Yeah, but Elon Musk wants everything, doesn't he?
Yeah, he
wants
does.
He provides
the ecosystem.
He owns the solar power company to power the cars. He owns the cars. He owns like the spaceships to take to space. He owns the satellites for everything. It's like owning every step
Wait,
of the way.
so when you
innit?
say they're making a phone company, it's a phone data service?
He's talked about doing it. It's like it's not actually
a mobile phone.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
wants
so
to
an
say.
actual device.
Yeah, he said he wants to make his actual own phone. If he does a phone company, that'd be smart. But
Yeah.
yeah, Apple should
People will
definitely
buy
do
it.
that.
Surely just make like a data plan for.
Yeah, that makes way
Starlink.
more sense.
Yeah.
Imagine that anywhere, wherever you are, like
can just get
500
a
up, 500 down on your phone.
Fuck.
Oh,
Mate,
Yeah,
that
to
would be like
But in the future, those kids are just going to grow up like so normal. Like,
Yeah, it's like when I had dial-up and it was you couldn't use the phone while I was playing a game.
yeah,
because otherwise it would
you
look
can't
at.
make a call off the coast of Papua New Guinea or some shit like that. I can do.
I know it's always bring things back to RuneScape, but like I remember putting £5 top up on my phone to pay for RuneScape membership, and I sent the text, but it cost 10p, so I only had £4.90 in my account, so I couldn't afford it. But to even play RuneScape, you'd be on dial-up. So you couldn't play RuneScape while someone was on the phone. Like,
this is my exact childhood, and I wasn't even far from you. It was probably like 30 minutes drive away from you.
Yeah, we were
living the same
so
life.
close. Wait, so without like just telling me your house address, where again did you live?
In Chatterton in Oldham.
Yeah, so I lived
not
nowhere
far.
near this.
And I knew people in my school that knew what school he went to. And
Really? Were you like a celebrity?
No,
When you were, was he like a celebrity around your ends?
I mean, somebody told me this. You went to school. We could cut it out if you want, but you went to Blue
no,
Coat.
I went to Blue Coat. That's like totally common knowledge. But the thing is, I lived right next to a brand new like high school that got built. That would have been a 30-second walk for me every day. But instead, my mum was like, "No, you'll do so much better going here." And all I did going there was sell Lucasades to teachers. Like that was it. Like that. Honestly,
Bro,
if you
the
say,
hustler.
bro, my backpack had no books in it, no homework in it, no nothing. Like yeah, I would revise eventually towards like getting an exam done. Did fine with my results. Got A, B's, and whatever. Like that was absolutely fine. An A, sorry, not A's, an A. And basically all I did was load up like 40 Lucasades from wholesale in my backpack, carry 2 crates in every day, rent other people's lockers off them to store Lucasades, and then sell them. And if I didn't sell out, teachers would ring me at the end of the day being like, ring the class and be like, "Oh, can you send Tom to sell to my classroom?" I'd be like, "Oh, what have I done?" He's like, "Got no Lucasades left." I was like,
No way.
yeah. And they were like, "Yeah, you can skip the rest of your class." And I was like, "What? Sick." Yeah, it was so
That
sick.
is
Yeah.
joke.
Sorted you right out.
Yeah, it was a time, man.
So what the original point there was that you knew everything about Tom, but Tom didn't know shit about you.
I remember when do you remember Diablo 3?
Fucking love Diablo.
So I got this game Diablo 3. Tom's tweeted out, "I need some people to play with." And I've somehow managed to get into Tom's lobby, but Tom was way higher level than me, so I couldn't actually join him and play with him really.
No.
And I messaged him in the chat like, I can't play with you. I'm not high enough level, but I want
Cut to the
say
clip
I
of me
love your
going,
bits and I'm high.
"Fuck off, noob."
high. And then he replied saying, "Oh, no worries, man. Nice to meet you anyway." And that was my first ever interaction. I wasn't a YouTuber.
Oh, that's crazy, Laura.
Appreciate it.
Mental, that, isn't it?
So
That
nice,
is
man.
mad.
Yeah, I was like so fucking gassed. Like I was telling everyone, I was like, I've just been in a Diablo 3 lobby with Tom.
That was right. You know what? I remember distinctly you were the biggest YouTuber by a mile in the UK at one point.
Yeah.
And it was like anywhere you would go, mate, the fans, and it was like your zombie time. And it was just, mate, the fans were crazy.
So crazy.
Do you know what's mad though? Like I've done it for 15 years, and like even chatting with you guys is like, you know, consider us friends sort of thing. So it's like I just chat with you guys of like, oh, it's the norm. But I've done it for so long now that I forget about like what I've done or achieved or anything like that, because I don't live in your guys like London bubble and like London
No,
thing
it's
where
true
it's
though,
like,
yeah.
you're always constantly like getting surrounded by people and all that sort of stuff when you're out and about. I live in a small little village where I'm just Tom, and I've always just been Tom. Even when I was in LA, there was no getting swarmed by viewers and craziness because no one knew who this random British guy was getting about or who I was hanging around with. So in my entire world of making content, unless I went out and about where there would be viewers, I've always just been Tom.
Yeah.
And I've just always been myself. That's always what I do. But then you bump into people and are like, I've watched you for so long, or go on a night out now and some like massive 25-year-old dude jacked off his face is walking towards me on a night out. I'm like, is he about to knock me out? Like, what's going on? He's like, loved your Minecraft videos, mate. I'm like, whoa, fucking hell. Like grown ass man coming at me. I'm like, what the hell is going on? But bro, I still, it doesn't feel real. Like, 'cause I just do the vlogging now and stuff. Like, I forget that I did the gaming.
That's one thing I wanted to know about the vlogging thing is because you're so open, you show your house, people know where you live. Do you get a lot of people rocking up?
Respectfully, no. Like,
That's good.
really nice. No, more in the gaming, because you know, like when I was building the house and then
Yes.
I've ever since I put any content online, I always said like, please don't turn up outside the house. Just respect family's privacy and stuff. And some people say like, well, you put it online, people deserve to turn up at your house. And I'm like, well, no, this is the rule I put out there is like, just respect the privacy. Don't turn up outside. And we had it a lot back in the day, but now, no, not really. You'll get the odd one or something, but just as simple as that. I won't address them, won't, take pictures, won't really like communicate with them, because it's just, I just ask one thing, is like respect my family's privacy, because I've got like a kid now. And
Yeah.
don't want people turning up outside, and don't want my partner to feel uncomfortable when she's at home with my child and stuff like that. So
No, that's completely fair. I think that's, I
appreciate that,
Be
by
a
the way.
little bit
It is wild, because I remember the grind of wanting to get to like 1 million subscribers and 10 million subscribers, like those numbers. And I just so vividly remember like like it was all so good. It was like, there was a point in time as a memory for me where this is a weird overshare, but like my mum and dad divorced, and it was like, I was like shared time. Then I ended up like fully living with my dad at one point, but the house wasn't built. fully finished. And I remember just being in this empty room with just a mattress on the floor. And I just used to watch like people like C-Nanners and stuff like that. And I was like, the goal, I'd love to just play video games for a living. And I'm like 14 or 15 and that's like the dream. And I remember getting my YouTube channel started, trying to work out the name. It was like the Syndicate project. And then I was like, I'm selling LucasAids. I buy the laptop to be able to make the videos. I buy a 52-inch plasma from it as well, like to be able to play COD Zombies. I'm like building up my setup. And as it all comes through, I was like, the dream is just this, to get to this point of like, I'll give it my everything to play video games for a living and just like make this happen, make YouTube a reality. And I just dreamed and dreamed and dreamed of it. And it was just crazy to think that. I remember being on like a mattress on the floor, nothing else in the room. And I was like, that is the goal I so badly want. And I just didn't think it was possible. But to then know now that like I achieved that dream, did it. And then now I'm like onto like the next phase of my life is just mad. Because like how many things in your life do you say like, I want to do, or someone might want to be a footballer. Like I'm not comparing to be a footballer. It's a completely different thing. But you know, how many people set out a goal, or how many goals have you set for yourself that you're like, I want to achieve that. And then you don't quite make it, or something holds you back. Like I just kept trying and trying and trying and trying and trying. And it fucking worked, man.
Well, it's so crazy. You know, that bit where you just mentioned there about like getting the setup, I think or at least the YouTubers that we hang around, it's obviously very different now, but back then adding little bits to your setup that would allow you, so I went from what was called a dazzle, which is like, but you could record, but
HD PV.
So yeah, so
There's another one, Roxio as well, that was one.
Yeah. That was a classic, but the dazzle was like the beginner thing, and it wouldn't allow you to record in 720. That's all you could get.
480, yeah.
It was
everyone used to say HD in the title.
Yeah. Well, that's how you got like Matt HD Gamer.
Even in my
because
YouTube
HD was such a big thing. So I remember grinding, doing that dazzle thing. And I remember Machinima, the way they used to do things was instead of you, like, you know, if you get 100,000 views, get this. At least for me, I remember I got paid $100 a video.
Yeah.
And regardless. So, and that was on Machinima Respawn.
Oh, is that how you used to work? You uploaded there like that?
Yeah. So they would be there like, oh, I'll send them a video. They'd be like, okay, there's your $100. And I would always ask them, can I send you another one? Can you say, because I wanted another $100.
Hell yeah.
And so I remember after doing sort of 5 videos for them, it was like $500, like 300 quid or whatever. I could afford the HD PVR. And so then I went straight and I bought that. And I remember.
And then you went and bought Sony Vegas.
And then we definitely bought Sony Vegas.
We bought it.
100% bought that.
That's an insider. That's an insider joke there. Go on.
And then just like constantly upgrading this. But I remember I would have to sit in like our living room. I have to be really close to the screen because the cable wasn't long enough. Like there was just so much shit, and you remember that it's these tiny little improvements that you would try and make in the effort to make this a full-time job. Oh, it was nuts.
But dude, I had the game stacked with an actual camera, my dad's camcorder, like stacked on the top of it to record the screen. That's
like that was
like
your
the fact that people now can just turn on a computer and be like, oh, just download OBS for free and record in full 4K. I'm like, what the hell is going on? So like the opportunity to get into it is just, it's insane.
Yeah.
And I remember getting the snowball mic.
Oh yeah, I had the Yeti.
Oh yeah, but then I upgraded to the Yeti.
Yes. I remember getting a snowball. I was getting paid £5 a video off this guy I knew that owned a coin website for FIFA. And then I had 50 quid and it was 50 quid.
Yeah.
And it changed my life.
That was it. Get the snowball. Then the upgrade. The Yeti was like 100 and something though.
Oh, that was big.
So you really had to slog it out.
You know when you talk about like
big dogs had
like
that.
sponsors and stuff, like my first ever, what would have been my sponsor was like, you know, like modded controllers where like COD 4 it made like your G3 fire really fast with just a button. Like literally had that sponsor, but they sent me the controller. I was like buzzing, like my dad couldn't believe I got sent something from an American company, and they were supposed to send me like $50 for like my one video on it, and I posted the video. I was like, yeah, you posted it, and they never paid me, and I tried to reply, message, and they never got back to me. Then they put an announcement video on their channel that they've just announced a sponsorship with Zerkaa. And I was like, oh my gosh, I've been outdone by the GOAT. I was like, wow, they never replied to me. And then about 8 years later, I was at a gaming event, and this guy randomly came up to me, like a lanyard, and he was like, that was one of the worst business decisions in my life. And I went, what? And he was like, I'm like Gaming Mods Controller Company. I was like,
back the wrong horse.
I was like, well, you know, I would have loved to have worked with you. I was always waiting for that $50. He was like, I'll give you $50 right now.
I was literally
he literally said, I'll give you the $50 right now if we can get it going again. I was like, I appreciate it, mate, but like,
it's done.
Big learning.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Oh, that would have been cold if he rocked up, he hands you $50 and you go, what's that for? And you're like, I owe you this.
That would have been cold.
Yeah.
That would have been really cold.
Do you remember Control Freaks? That was a big early one.
They're still
I think that's actually still a thing. I never got onto that. I never extended the stick.
I never liked to use them, but I remember it was the first thing that I got, and I was like, oh, these are so cool, and I took it off for the day.
Yeah.
Not for me.
Because somebody that was around definitely before us was Zerkaa.
Oh.
Like people as well. The only reason why I bring this up is because this is like real OG COD stuff. Is just people don't realize how big Zerkaa was.
How old is he?
32, 30. 48.
Getting on.
People aren't respecting,
Dude,
how like in Call of Duty he was the guy. So he used to play with a group of people. One guy in particular called Tomcat, and it was him and Tomcat and another person.
14 years ago, first video.
Yeah, and he's probably privated some of the really early stuff. Because he was COD 4, so it was way before. Ilkam's was FaZe. He used to do I think it was just called Final Kill Cams. And people don't realize how big of a deal Zerkaa was.
My first video
back then.
was talking about Zerkaa.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I joke about something like calling him Zerkaa because he's Josh, but to me,
He is Zerkaa.
I see him as a person absolutely now, but I was the fanboy. I was like, this guy's spinning around with a sniper rifle and making money off YouTube. Like, that is the dream. Like, some people dream of like, kicking a football and making money. I want to do what he did.
Yes. And here's an interesting thing, and Josh might be able to find this. I used to message Josh all the time. Like, all the time.
Like one of his videos.
Like a fan.
Calfreezy sent you a message in game.
It wasn't in game. It would have been on YouTube inbox. You used to be able to inbox people on YouTube.
Yeah.
And so I would message him on there because he used to do something. It was like shout out Fridays or something, but it was on a YouTube channel. And what he would do straight up, no joke, he would just upload somebody's video.
Really?
Yeah, so he would message the person and say, "Hey, do you want to be my like shout out Friday or whatever it was?"
That's cool.
And then I think he would be like, "Yeah," and he'd be like, "Okay, send me a video and I'll upload it." And he would just upload the full video, start to finish. He might have put like an intro there saying, "Hey, this week's person is this. Everybody go and subscribe to this person." And it was like, if you got that, you were hit the fucking jackpot.
The golden ticket.
And you got that, did you?
What's that?
Did you get that?
I know the anticipation for me. I'm like, please tell me you got it.
The answer is I'm not sure because I had a friend of mine who went by the name Activeld, right? And he got it. And I remember saying, Activeld, let him know that I want to be next.
Put me on, yeah.
And I used to message Josh like, "Hey, you did my friend Activeld. Is there any chance it could be me next? And I just used to message him. And I'll be honest with you, I don't remember if he did. I want to say that he didn't because I feel like I would have remembered that moment.
Yeah, it would have been a big moment for you.
But it was just crazy. Like, that's the levels that it was at.
Dude, I did.
Like, people don't realize how small the community was.
Shout out, yeah.
How many subs would you get?
Oh, maybe like between 1 and 5,000.
Yeah,
Mate,
which was a lot.
generational.
Genuinely,
bro,
that was huge.
Bro, these were the good old days.
Yeah.
Like I love everything. I love to see where everything's at now and all that. But that is my core.
I used to be such a little fanboy. Yeah, I had a few people on my friends list like who I knew made YouTube videos. So what I'd do, I see them go online and stuff, and I see what game they're playing, and if they were playing Call of Duty or something, I would turn off my Xbox, turn it back on so that my notifications saying their friends online to get into their video. So just my game tag
pop it up.
High class.
But yeah, it happened a couple times.
How old are you?
27.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They were absolute days. When we talk about like OGs and like Josh being an OG, there is an OG that I will give a shout out to. He doesn't even need it because he's killing it. Do you remember Patchy?
Yeah. Wait, what's he doing now?
Bro, search.
Patchy is a Scottish YouTuber.
I think it searched like Tiny Home George.
No, I've seen this. I heard this. I heard about this.
It banged. Bro, he was on my homepage. I was like, that is not who I think it is. So the reason why it's called Patchy is because he's got ginger hair and he's got like I want to say, I was going to say it's alopecia, but it's not alopecia, but he's got, no. It's search George, what do you say? You say he's called George Clark?
Well,
no.
Search George Tiny Home. I know it sounds really weird. You'll see him as like
oh my god! So
iconic.
this was. I watched this video and I had no idea about it. And I feel like you told me this not that long ago, and I was like, "Yeah,
there he is." Dude, this guy deserves so much respect for everyone because he was one of the like
real OG
guys.
Yeah,
but like literally, he just posts beautifully cinematic content now. He's an absolutely sound guy. Like he's like make a video. Like if you go to his channel, he's like meet my cat. Literally, it's just a video of him talking about his cat or how he's doing an Airbnb or whatever he's doing. But he's a nice guy. And this guy was one of the OG ones. And he was called Patchy because he's got like ginger hair and then he's got this like white patch on the side of his head. I haven't seen this this bit of the concept, but like look, meet my new kitten just on the right hand side.
Look how many views that had, by the way.
This is just like what he posted. And he's just such an OG in the scene as to like he kind of stopped making content and then kind of like disappeared from doing it.
Yeah.
And then just randomly one day I find out he's back making content and stuff.
That's insane that Patchy made that video.
You remember the Patchy, right?
Yeah,
the
of course,
OG.
of course.
And he's just still going. Like it's so weird to see how other people find a way from whatever content they're doing.
Yeah.
Just adapting.
Yeah, literally adapting. I think that was like with I know it sounds weird with like the gaming and stuff, but like the vlog now, like so many people when I meet him like, oh, you just stopped making gaming videos, and I feel like it could be one of the you could say it was one of the biggest you could say it was a mistake, but I'll go back and post gaming videos, and I just want it to be a gaming channel.
Yeah.
But some people just thought I fell off the face of the earth and stopped posting gaming videos. I was just like, no, I just had 2 channels. Like how you'd have like side menu, do main video and then a reacts channel, 2 things like that. I was like, this is for gaming and this is for vlogging. If I want to go play games, I'll do that over here. But literally just search Life of Tom, and for the last 8 years, if you've wondered where I've been, my entire life's like on the internet for you to be able to watch. Not that you would, but you
I bet that's class for like a proper Syndicate fan who doesn't know about it and they just stumble across it. They probably go, "Oh my god!"
If they were on a crazy, wanted a crazy
That
binge,
must be
you could go
mind-blowing
back
for
and
them.
watch like the last 8 years of where you say you were a fan of like the Minecraft project. You could go, let's see what he's been up to. Play, and you just go down the rabbit hole of all the story of living in
Take
LA,
you a full
and
fucking
everything,
year to
and then
watch
it
it all.
literally leads you to the vlog of me heading here to the fellow studio.
That's crazy.
That's
Wild.
sick, innit?
Yeah.
And so is your plan with the vlog, because it's daily?
Yeah. Weekday, yeah.
So
Monday's Friday.
yeah. Continued like that. Do you not
Yeah,
feel
just
an
love
element?
it.
Because one of the reasons why I bring this up is because for me at least, that burnout, you got to feel that at some point. Like, why have you not burnt out?
Yeah,
is essentially my question.
I did when I was fully in the thick of
Sorry.
Great song. Actually, great song. I liked it.
I love it.
So
Anyway,
that's my
we've
opinion.
spoken about it too much on the pod.
Yeah,
Continue.
sorry. Right. So when I was in the thick of it,
Yeah.
and I was back like doing daily, I did it all by myself. So it's like I used my phone. I refuse to delete the app. If I scroll through, I've still got it saved. That one right there. It's called like YouTube Capture app. I literally used to film my entire day, edit it. So it was all by myself, edit it and upload it every single day. And I only ever missed like one day by it being like 10 minutes late over the 24-hour period. Because I was in like Russia at the time. Like that was it. It was just that time difference messed me up and signal. But I literally did it for 4 years, and it got to a point where I was like, I can't just do this by myself. I need help. So shout out to editors. Without you guys, Orion, my editor, absolute legend. Just brought him on board. I was like, come on board. And he then was with me for like 6 years, and then carried on just doing it with the team, worked out so much better, loved it. Did get to a point of burning out of like, how am I going to stop the daily vlogs? Because I need to reel this in. I think I started to take Sundays off, just like one day of rest. I was like, yeah, we'll do that. But then just the weirdest natural break for me to stop daily vlogging, COVID happened. Because I was like, all I was doing was sat inside watching Netflix, ordering a takeout or whatever it was. And it just wasn't the most entertaining content. So I was like, I'm going to take a break. So I literally probably took like 6 months off. And then when COVID was like coming out of lockdown, I was like, I'll do one video a week and just get back into it. One video a week and just get back into it. And then that was like my way of doing life for like a year or two or something like that. And then just one day I was like, some people love the dream of retiring, and I kind of retired in 2017, like when I sold 3BD. Like I kind of retired. That was put my feet up, and I did have a period of time where I was like, right, okay, so now what? And I know it sounds weird, but like that having that goal of this is what I want to achieve, like being one of the biggest places on YouTube you can get to, or earning X amount of money. It was like working towards a goal and be like, right, now what? I don't live by like out my means of, what I do. I don't live an expensive lifestyle. I don't care if I wear bootcut jeans and DCs. Like, I didn't even buy it. Well, I think I bought these ones because I just like them actually. But like my girlfriend, she'll buy me nice shoes or something like that. I don't live above my means. Like all my friends are like either a 9-to-5 plumber or a joiner or something like that. We'll go to the pub and have a drink. Like I don't live a flash, like extravagant lifestyle like that. So when I was like, kind of like got to a point, I was like, retired. It was like twiddling my thumbs, now what to do. So when like after the COVID thing, I just found myself like twiddling my thumbs like, what is my purpose in life? And I was like, do you know what? I kind of just like sharing my life and working towards a goal and just making people happy, like with a vlog. So just decided to just keep on documenting it, and then little Alfie came into the world. And
you're planning on continuing that 5 day a week, and that feels sustainable to you?
Yeah, like don't get me wrong. Like right now, the best thing I would love to do is I would love a full-time camera guy with me. And I know I've already had hundreds and hundreds of calm down. I've had thousands of people reach out, being like, I'll be the camera guy, I will be that guy. But I've got so much work involved in getting the farm ready, juggling it, like my little dude Alfie, and just life in general, that I would love for a camera guy to just be following me, like shooting it, capturing it. But I don't want to like mess up like, the flow.
vibe.
Like, oh mate, like, you go into a pub and you're filming your mates with your phone, easy. Someone thinks you're FaceTiming someone, it's dead chill, like whatever it is in a restaurant. If you start pulling out like something like that, big camera like Casey Neistat still, people are like, what the hell is that? They're like freaking out about it, like throws people off and they're not comfortable with it. But I'd just like to get to a point where it's like, I can literally just crack on with doing what I'm doing on like the farm and like these projects and just have it shot and edited, put together. And then I can just like literally focus on living my life, but then sharing it as a memory with people. Like, cause the burnout does get where it's like, I would film every single day. I'd do daily without a doubt. But the burnout is thinking of titles, thinking of thumbnails. And you know, how many times can you do the same title, the same thumbnail, even though you're doing different stuff to like work to the YouTube algorithm? You're just like, I just want to put the content out, which is what I do. But if you're going to do something, you might as well give it 110%. Do you know what I mean? So it does get a bit exhausting.
What's the current production process? So you film on your phone.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the day, do you like dump it into a drive for your editor to then pick up? Or do you live in your
like
house?
Literally, the moment I get up, film to the point where I go to bed, put it all in Dropbox overnight.
Yeah.
I've got like 1,000 down, so it's like with him instantly. He edits it together by the morning and it's ready. And then it's just on YouTube.
So you're on a 1 day delay.
Yeah. And then all I have to do is literally just title and thumbnail. But because I'm like, I know it sounds so dumb, that's all I've got to do. But you know, like,
No, mate, it takes so much more effort than people can
so all my
imagine.
family's just kind of got into vlogging after all these time of doing it. I've been like, dude, you know, really should. So like my girlfriend just got into it. She's doing really well with it, which I'm dead proud of her for. Like, you know, she's entertaining all the good, like the women who watch my audience now. It's not just, you know, dudes. It's you know, when you're watching something, you go with a girl. What is that? What's going on that show you're watching there? That's happened.
You end up loving it.
Vlog, and people are interested in Lydia, so she's doing it. My brother's vlogging, other family members are vlogging and stuff, and it's just that then I see them struggling, like, oh, my video's failed rendering, or like the upload's delayed or something like that, or I'm gonna have to post tomorrow. So they're seeing, like, as much as people think YouTube is like an easy job, it is an easy job comparatively to other things, but it still takes like a lot of work, like behind the scenes, to get it right to a certain level. So it's just like, as much, I would just love to be able to just do what I'm doing, have it filmed, recorded, put it on the internet. Just
why don't you get a cameraman because I think you want to obviously keep the vibe of you like vlogging stuff. So anything in and around your house is done vlogging, but you just have this guy that doesn't live on the farm, but he rocks up at 9 and he just, and you know, if you're not there for the whole day, fine. He just like B-roll and potentially does a bit of update himself on some of the farm shit.
Yeah. You're literally describing the 2 o'clock, right? So I've got to get up at 8 a.m. to be ready to get down here. Last night, 2 o'clock in the morning, talking to Lydia, and she's like, her YouTube channel got demonetized because AdSense reasons have just broken. So we're talking about YouTube, and that is exactly what I said. Like the setup would be on the land, because I'm building like this gatehouse first, and then the HQ, which is going to be like the ultimate man cave, you know, whatever. I was like, if we could have like a full-time camera dude on site, that like 7 days a week, but it's hard to say to someone though, it sounds weird, give me your life. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, you need to be available to film my life. So you have to put yours on pause. That's a really big responsibility to say to someone. And if someone wants to earn money, they'll just do it. Do you know what I mean? So it doesn't matter. But I really do want that situation where they're there, or they live in the house next door, and whilst I'm in the house, I film, but when we're out of it, they're the ones shooting, because all I'm doing at the moment is like running around, put a camera like that, getting the shot, do you know what I mean? And I'm wasting half my day setting up a shot, and then I'm delaying the progress on the land because I'm too busy trying to film it. I need someone just like on site shooting it.
Yes,
and
so much easier.
Yeah, I just feel like the content will flow so much better.
You're going to
like
need to find somebody that you like.
Yeah,
this is
that's the hardest part.
Bro, not joking. For probably 2 years now, I've been in a set mode of I want to do this. But the hardest thing, and like with my editor, he was an old school. He was like another content creator, but we like watched the videos and stuff. And I just knew him over the years. Twitch mod, got to know him. Like, shit, Ryan's incredible. Like, just had a baby. Congrats. He's just so good. Like, he edits like how I do, and we know each other. We know the ins and outs of each other. You know, in that degree that I can just trust him. And it's with a camera guy. I don't want to be in people's face. I don't want to be that. Like, it's gonna be such a hard learning curve to find that right person. And in your guy's space, you know, he probably knows about 30 people who could do that straight away. He probably knows like 30 people who could do it straight away. I live in a small little village where someone's like a plumber or a joiner or something like that. There's not everyone who knows the camera guy, and the people who do reach out, I'm like, I know you want to do it, but I just don't know you. I need to have a bit of a relationship with that person before I actually kind of understand.
Well, like bring them into 80% of your life.
Yeah. It's a big thing, but like also who actually does want to do that as a job? Like, they might want to go out on a Saturday night, but I'm like, I'm going to need you down the line to be out here filming.
You need to be quite flexible.
It's a bit of it's almost like an impossible task, and I kind of wouldn't want to put someone through that.
Yeah.
But that would be like the dream goal.
Unreal,
having
man.
A camera person doing it, and then just, you know, because this land is the craziest opportunity that I've ever taken on, and I just think it would just be amazing to have it filmed in a better way. Like I was going to make a new YouTube channel called like the 110 or whatever the farm was going to be called.
Yep.
And then just have highly produced, like, drone shots, this, progress, and just put out videos.
Drone shots of farmland. Oh,
Get Patchy on it.
Mate,
Get him to do stuff of your
like, he's doing like
renovated
renovation
things.
stuff. Like, like he literally is like,
that would be
like
sick.
his style, like, but he'll take like, weeks or months to create this unique piece of content. Whereas I'm like, cranking out the daily.
Yeah.
So it's just it's a really hard one. I know it sounds weird, and I sound like, why do I sound a bit demotivated by it? It's just that I want to make the best content available for people, like for the viewers. If they're literally wasting their time watching my time, I want them to like go into the video, enjoy it. I want them to be like, that was a good viewing experience. Like when I've been putting up videos recently, like when I'm hungover out my ass, right? Rather than it being like a 30-minute day in my life, it's like 6 minutes of me just in the house, like ordering a Nando's. Like, yeah. But that's my life.
That's real as fuck, bro.
It's real as
people
fuck.
like the raw shit, it's
Dude,
like
yeah, like,
quite
don't
a
rub
thing
that.
right
But
now.
that's the thing, like, the game's a game on YouTube of like, you upload a like short video, people are like, oh, I'm not watching that, can't be asked, it's too short. Or
Mate, your videos are like over an hour long.
Bro,
I'm like, what the fuck?
My vlogs are supposed to be 10
That
minutes
means
long. Like they're actually supposed to be 10 minutes. But then there's just this thing now where people are used to a minimum, like did a vote, they were like minimum half an hour.
Yeah.
And it sounds like easy, like for an entire day, but when you say business calls, or like in total, I'll spend 4 hours on a train today. Well, I'm
So
going to
what
film
the
on
fuck do you do?
a train for 4 hours apart from B-roll shot out the window.
Saying hello to us, say goodbye to us.
Yeah, you know what I mean? There's like people all in there. So that, like today's vlog will be short and people will be like, what the hell? But I'm like, but hopefully the reason for why it's short comes like comes in clutch. But yeah, I just don't want to disappoint the viewers, basically. That's the top.
Well, look, man, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on this podcast.
Yeah,
I feel like, I'm not going to lie, we could have done another 2 hours. But
my first podcast.
you said there's a zombie map dropping tonight, and I want to make sure.
How long have we?
What time is it coming
That's
out?
about an hour and 50.
Yeah, so almost 2 hours of waffle.
Yeah.
That's good shit, though.
Which is
This could be
amazing,
good.
man.
People are gonna fucking love this episode, though.
I hope
They've
they
been
do,
asking
man.
for this one for so long.
I know it sounds mad, but I've had so many people asking me to come on a pod, and not to be rude, like the priority was like you asked me first, and I was like, if there's a pod that I'm gonna go on first, like
I was on to you, and then I remember he was like putting up, and I'm there like, I'm gonna stick to him
no,
like
I'm
glue
glad you
here.
did.
Yeah,
I'm really glad you did. You know, like the YouTube game. It's like, I'll do that, but like. Dude, when you asked me a year ago if I wanted to come in, I was like, bro, I've got a little kid on the way. Do you know what I mean? It's like, it's not going to work out timing,
it's a bit
but
busy.
The fact that
I'm glad we made it happen, man. Thank you so much. Well, guys, we've spoken about his life. If that does interest you, of course, we'll leave all the links in the show notes, in the YouTube description and stuff like that. And until next time, we'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Crazy outro that was.
Bye-bye.
guys. Bye-bye.